You're listening to KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial, all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to the Clopton Tournament, the 25th annual Clopton Invitational Tournament here on Eagle 102. Mark Froenig, Jim Ross here in the old gym getting ready for two games. Marianne Everhart is down in the Dale Miller Gymnasium getting ready for those two games. Those will be broadcast in their entirety on KJFMradio.com. But our two featured games tonight come from the old gym, the Cracker Jack box. And
Hoosiers. It's back to Hoosiers, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and a great way to start the 2021 basketball year.
Without a doubt. And we should have a couple of competitive games here tonight. I don't know if anybody's read the Patriot yet. I just got mine today, but you were spot on in your comments of, you can throw the records out because you don't know what teams had who playing or not playing. Coach Boswell from Twain, we were talking to him before the game. They had four girls out for a couple of games. Well, you're not going to beat anybody when you got four players out, and that's happening to everybody. And so hopefully this tournament, maybe we'll get through it, right? Because every other tournament so far this year that we've been involved in, we've lost a team or two in a couple of games. So.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good week. Again, attendance limited to two tickets per player, so we're not going to have the big crowds we usually have as the week goes on, but we're happy to bring you all the action here on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. Speaking of quarantines and stuff, even Winfield's had those issues. They play the majority of their games down to the south now in the GAC, and they're just getting assistant coach Maddie Hankey back out of quarantine, and she said she's been a little stir-crazy just watching the games online and whatnot. So she's happy to be back, and it looks like they've got a full allotment of girls tonight.
And they have a new head coach. Austin Godfrey's taken over, and so we'll see how that translates. They've already – I was trying to think on the way down, when's the last time, they won 3 games in a year. Mm-hmm. And they've already won 3 games this year and actually have a win over a pretty decent Silex team. And so maybe the Austin Godfrey change has helped. They've got a full complement of players, as you said. I know they were short on some players several of those years. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting. Mark Twain, on the other hand, we expect them to be one of the teams that can compete in the EMO this year, but they come in at 2-5 with having all the COVID issues, and man, they've had it at that school from the outset. If you recall, football, they started out the football season with COVID issues going on. So it's everywhere. We've had it at the radio station. We've had it at my house. Did you miss out on all that fun?
I am under the firm belief that my blood type makes me
what's that, X?
Almost
you
immune.
got X blood?
Yeah, I'm an X-man, yeah. Call me Magneto, or I guess I look more like Professor X with this haircut. But, we've done pretty well staying out of it. I was looking back, my main job, I didn't miss a day last year. In all of 2020, the worst pandemic of the last 100 years, and there I am every day going at it. So I think I'm immune.
Yeah, I can't say that.
All right, Clopton Tournament getting underway. We're about 11 minutes away from tip-off here in the old gym. We'll go through the bracket and tell you a lot more when we start the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
4 games on the slate tonight to open the ladies bracket of this 25th annual Clopton Invitational Tournament. We'll have Mark Twain and Winfield to start things off here in the old gym. Finish up with Elsberry and Silex, the 4-5 matchup. Over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, Marianne has Monroe City in Louisiana. That's the 1-8 matchup. Then Clopton Wright City, the 2-7 matchup. So we'll start off our tournament coverage on air with the two middle of the bracket games, which will be most likely the most competitive of the opening round.
Yeah, that's what you would expect to happen. And Elsberry as a 4 seed is somewhat interesting because they had everybody back pretty much. I think they lost a couple of girls that either didn't go out. I don't know what the situation was with that. We'll get into that next game maybe. But they're still playing quite well right now. And
defense.
Yeah, they control the tempo of the game like nobody we've seen probably. And in the game of the year so far this year, they lost to Clopton in 5 overtimes.
Wow, 5 overtimes.
Boy, it would have been a good game to see. Man, I'm glad we weren't here.
About 7.5 minutes to go before we start our Clopton tournament coverage with the 3-6 matchup between Mark Twain and Winfield. We'll take a break, come back with our keys to the tournament after this on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, instead of just focusing on this matchup or the matchups here in the old gym, let's talk about our keys to the tournament. And Monroe City, very tough in that number 1 spot, but we fully expect on this ladies' side of the bracket to have that 1-2 matchup for the tournament championship again.
Yeah, without question. And, you know, the thing about Monroe City, they're ranked 1 in the state right now.
Yeah.
They're 9-0, and you know, they had most everybody back from last year's squad, of which we thought Clopton could compete with them last year, and in the championship game it ended up in excess of 10 points. So we fully expect to see a rematch in that game as well. They're going to – Monroe City and Clopton are both going to win easily tonight, I would suspect. And then it'll be interesting to see what Elsberry tries to do with Monroe City. As you said, they like to play – they play the defense, and I guess I shouldn't sell Silex short because Silex has got some players, a couple players. I think they've had some COVID issues too, so they may give Elsberry all they want. So I shouldn't probably move Elsberry in there right now.
But if brackets, if seeds hold,
if it goes chalkwise, that's what you'll see. On the lower half of the bracket, I mean this game here, Mark Twain and Winfield, as we mentioned a little bit earlier. Winfield historically has not been very good, but they've got 3 wins already. They've got a new coach looking out there. They've got some size. And Mark Twain likes to go up and down and wants it to be controlled chaos, if you will. And so I expect this to be a wild and woolly game here. And it'll be interesting to see how it's officiated because we could have a plethora of fouls in this thing before it's over with.
And I just – going on the most recent history we've seen the last couple of years, whoever can get a run shooting is going to win this ball game here tonight. Both of them very streaky, and if they can find that mid-range jumper, I think whoever can establish that is going to win this ball game.
Well, and I think the gym comes into play too. I mean, nobody plays in a gym this small anymore, and so especially with the shooting backgrounds being so close. So it'll be interesting to see how they adjust to this small gym.
Those are our keys to the tournament. We'll have starting lineups coming up next on Eagle 102.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Happy New Year from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day. Visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Our starters first for the number 6 seed Winfield Lady Warriors. They're in their road blacks trimmed in red and white. They're coached by Austin Godfrey and sport a 3-6 record. They'll start a senior forward, number 2, Josie Bauer. Number 10 gets to start a sophomore guard, Lily Boschert. Number 12, a junior guard, Leanne Ford, gets to start tonight. Sophomore guard, number 20, Cadence Berry. And number 21, a junior forward, Kylie Howard. So again, for Winfield, it's Bauer, Boschert, Ford, Berry, and Howard. For the Mark Twain Lady Tigers, they're the 3 seed in their home whites trimmed in blue, sport a 2-5 record. They're coached by Matt Boswell, and they'll start a 5'8 senior, number 3, Emma Ross. Number 15 gets to start a 5'8 junior, Autumn Arndt. Number 24, a 5'2 senior, Elizabeth Trower, gets a start, as well as number 25, a 5'6 sophomore, Audrey Ross. And number 33, a 5'8 junior, Emily Evans, gets the start. So again, it's Ross, Arndt, Trower, and Evans for the Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Those are your starting lineups. Our Clopton tournament coverage all week long, brought to you in part by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDingers, and a Northeast Missouri Title Company here on Eagle 102. We've got play-by-play coming up in just about 1 minute here on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, and MLS number 407724.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Well, Winfield won the opening toss, and here's Jim Ross with the play-by-play.
They have the ball moving from our right to our left. They're dressed in all black with red numbers and white trim here tonight. And Mark Twain in a straight-up man-to-man in their white jerseys with blue numbers and black trim. Winfield working it around against this man-to-man defense. Driving down the paint is Howard, and her pass is deflected out of bounds, and they'll have it on the baseline left side of the paint. We played about 40 seconds. And Winfield will throw it into the far corner. 3 balls on the way. It's in and out, no good by Boschert. Rebound off to Ross of Mark Twain. She's the straw that stirs the drink for the Lady Tigers, as is Josie Bauer for Winfield. They get it in the high post to Evans. Back to Ross. She goes to the glass. Her shot's no good. But we have our first foul of the night. And Emma Ross will go to the line, and she'll shoot 2 shots. I think you can expect to see a lot of that. Mark Twain's going to be aggressive to the hoop. And Ross will shoot free throws. The foul is on Bauer, her first. Ross drains the first. And our first sub in the game quickly, Chloe Kyman, a senior, checks in for Winfield. Ross with the second. She had a big game in a game last year over here in this little gym. She likes this small environment. Misses a free throw, but the rebound's put back by Audrey Ross. It won't go. She gets her own rebound. They kick it back out, and they'll reset things now. Audrey to the head of the key to Arndt. Autumn Arndt with the right-hand dribble against the man-to-man defense. Belly-to-belly man-to-man defense, I might add, and we've got a 5-second violation.
Pretty good belly-to-belly defense there.
Leanne Ford all over Arndt, and the first turnover of the game is committed by the Lady Tigers. 1-0 our score. 6:45 to play here in the first. Jim Ross, Mark Froenick, glad to have you with us. Snowy, really not as much snow down here. Did you notice that on the way down?
Well, most of it's melted off, at least the snow part of it.
Winfield goes to the hoop, can't make the shot, and Mark Twain with the rebound. Now head into the offensive end now. Emma with the ball, left wing to Audrey. Audrey now gets away with the carry, but gets it off to Trower. Trower out near the center court stripe. Again, the aggressive man-to-man defense overplaying by Winfield. The pass to the corners tracked down by Ross. She'll get it back out to Trower. She'll fire a deep 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Winfield with the rebound. They'll look to run. Boschert down the right sideline. She pulls up now and will reset at the head of the key. Kyman now dribbles, whips it to the far corner. 3 ball on the way, off the glass by Barry, and the rebound kicks all the way out, and Ford fires one from deep. It won't go. Kyman tries to save it, but she's going to be on the sideline. And it'll go back to Mark Twain.
And a timeout taken by the Lady Tigers. They lead it 1-0 over Winfield. 5:42 to go, first quarter on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Well, it's been an up and down affair so far, but offensively, both teams having trouble finding the range, Mark.
Winfield not afraid to try, though, no. Especially from beyond the arc.
Firing at will, as they say. Now they'll come out with a 2-2-1 press, which if I was coaching in this gym, I would press all the time. Mark Twain breaks it, though. They get it inside. Shots up and good by Elizabeth Trower, her first bucket of the night, and the lead is 3 at 3-0. Now Mark Twain with a little full court pressure themselves. Kyman whips it inside, stolen away, and a travel. Stolen by Zoe Miller, who just checked into the game, but she couldn't find the footing and traveled and turned it right back over to Winfield. Berry to throw it in right side of the paint, and she throws it away. Stolen by Trower again. This time she'll control it to Ross. Ross into the front court now, down to 5:15 to play in the first. Mark Twain's going to have to look for the backdoor cut with this overplaying defense. Ross drives baseline, gets it inside, shots up and good. Evans with the bucket. Good assist by Emma Ross, and it's a 5-0 lead for Mark Twain. 1-2-2 full court pressure. Winfield breaks it. They'll fire a deep three way off the mark. Bauer with the rebound. Her putback won't go. And Mark Twain with Evans heads the other way into the front court. Left wing now to Trower. Trower on the dribble. Gets it to Arndt. Arndt dribbles to the key area. Kicks it left wing. 3 balls on the way. In and out and no good by Trower. A loose ball rebound. Picked up by Berry. Berry tries to throw it ahead, but it's too far. Stolen back, and now we've got an over and back violation on Emma Ross.
Yeah, that foot just kind of slipped a little bit as she tried to plant, went back across the line.
Back-to-back turnovers. If you're not familiar with the backcourt rule, you have to have 3 parts into the front court before you're established. That's both feet and the ball. She had certainly done that and then stepped back into the backcourt. A mass substitution for Winfield as they're running people in and out like your favorite Blues.
Jump over the boards.
Davidson drives into the paint. Her shot's no good. She gets the loose ball rebound, and she'll be fouled as Zoe Miller ran into her. See if we can check the lineup for you. It's completely turned over. Davidson, Kirkemeyer now in. And also with Howard, Kyman, now a 3-ball or 2-ball just inside the arc by Elena Parr. And it's a 5-2 lead for Mark Twain. Now stolen away on the pressure. Kyman goes in. Her shot's blocked by Ross. And it'll go out of bounds back to Winfield. Well, we expected it to be wild and woolly. And we're getting everything we asked for, right?
So far.
Davidson to trigger it in. Now working into the far corner. That's Kyman. She'll put it on the floor. Pulls up from 10. It's good. Chloe Kyman makes it a 1-point lead. 5-4. 3:50 to play here in the first. 2-2-1 full court pressure. Mark Twain having problems with it. Arndt into the backcourt. Throws it over the top now to Trower. She'll get it underneath to Evans. Her layup's up and good. Emily Evans has got 4. And the lead back to 3 at 7-4. Into the front court now. Into a trap. Mark Twain can't steal it. Whipped to the right wing. Left-handed 3-ball on the way that time by Kirkemeyer, and it's no good. And off the rebound, it goes out of bounds off of Mark Twain.
3:25 to play here in the opening quarter. 7-4. Mark Twain leads the 6-seed Winfield Warriors.
Davidson gets it into the corner. Another 3. You're right. They don't have any conscience when it comes to 3, but that was an air ball by Parr. And back comes Mark Twain. Ross now at the center court circle, down to 3:10 to play in the quarter. They work it around against this man-man, try and lob it inside, but Howard will swat it out of bounds. And Mark Twain will get it back baseline, left side of the paint. 7-4 our score. Mark Twain on top. Evans to throw it in for the Lady Tigers, tries to force it in, and deflects him right back, and she catches it.
Nothing else she could do.
She hadn't got out of bounds yet, so the turnover, the 5th, gives the ball back to Winfield.
You know, Winfield is shooting at the friendlier of the 2 hoops. this first half as well.
It helps if you hit the ring, though.
Exactly.
Try to force it inside. It's loose, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Mark Twain. As both teams getting after it on the defensive end of the floor.
2:51 to play here in the first quarter.
Davidson gets it inbounds, steps right in and receives it back from Kirkemeyer. Now she'll reset things with 2:40 to play in the first. Kirkemeyer, they whip around left wing. Kyman, she'll drive left baseline. It's swatted out of bounds by Ross. So they'll throw it in from left side of the paint. And we've got some subs. Anna Echternock will come in, as will Madison. Check that. Taylor Martin. Looks like Arndt and Evans will take a seat for Mark Twain. Berry will return for Winfield.
Monroe City out to an 18-2 lead on Louisiana in the first quarter. That's over in the high school gym.
Kyman drives down the paint, kicks it in the corner out of the wing. Howard for three off the rim, no good. Rebound to Trower for Mark Twain. Winfield immediately on the trap, and she carried it, and the sixth turnover will give it back to Winfield. Well, Winfield's certainly putting pressure on defensively of Mark Twain, and they have yet to be able to handle it with any kind of efficiency so far. On the inbounds play, Kyman with the catch outside the arc. She'll dribble the Heather Key into the corner to Davidson, and she has it batted free, but Howard picks it up for, or check that, it's Parr into the game. Now they get it in the corner. Nope, they're going to say it's a two. Davidson from the deep corner, but it had her foot on the line. And it's a 7-6 lead. Ross through the double team. She's going to throw it away. And the turnover gives it back to Winfield. 7 turnovers here in the first quarter for Mark Twain. Whew. They still lead, however, 7-6 with 1:55 to play in the quarter. We're in the first. Kyman back to the head of the key to Ford. Now off to Howard. She'll shoot the three. It's an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Back to Mark Twain.
More substitutions in is Lily Boschert for Winfield. And what was it, Audrey Ross back in for Mark Twain?
That it was. Mark Twain's got to figure out this full court pressure. They throw it over the top. It's too far and out of bounds. And back to Mark Twain. Or back to Winfield, I should say. 8th turnover on the Lady Tigers. More turnovers and points. That's generally not a good combination, but they still lead 7-6.
Is that anything like Aaron Rodgers throwing more touchdown passes than the team punted this year?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. That's actually a good stat.
Yeah.
Kaylee Gillespie into the game for Winfield. She has the ball and probably got away with the travel. She did a little curly shuffle. Now on the drive, we got a whistle as Davidson went to the hole. And it's a Mark Twain foul on Taylor Martin, I believe.
Her first, team's second.
Davidson to throw it in for the Lady Warriors to Gillespie. She gets rid of it immediately to Boschert into the paint. Off to Berry. They work it around, and the three balls on the way, and it's going to go down that time for Lily Boschert. The first three of the game and the first lead of the game for Winfield as they lead it 9-7. Into the front court, stolen again by Winfield. Here they come into the front court quickly. Throwed it down baseline, wild save inbounds, behind the back and picked up by Ford.
Oh.
She'll drive into the paint, and it's a wild pass that goes out of bounds.
Off her foot and out of bounds.
And
with 55.1 seconds to go.
Arndt back in for Mark Twain. Martin to the bench. Now there you go. You got to get it in the middle, which they do. But, boy, the attack comes from the backside. Davidson with the steal for Winfield. They'll dribble in the front court. That's Berry with the ball. She loses the handle, and it's going to go into the backcourt over and back.
And Coach Godfrey did not like the call. He thought that it was tipped back into the backcourt.
Well, it's last to touch, and his problem is his, even though the ball was loose, his player touched it, and then even though she didn't have control, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have control. And then she was the first to touch. Last to touch, first to touch, and that was the right call. So Mark Twain gets it back after the turnover. They get it inside now, and we've got a whistle and a foul. They tried to get it into that Echternock, And from behind,
Bauer going to pick up the personal.
Back in is Riley, or back in for the first time is Riley Bosley. That's Bauer's second foul, so she'll go to the bench.
She has all the fouls for Winfield so far.
Good inbound play that time, and Arndt with the catch and the layup. That looked good, and we're tied at 9. Down under 20 seconds to play here in the quarter. Looks like Winfield's going to slow down and try and play for one. Davison walks it across the timeline. They'll try and pick and roll for her. She'll kick it to the wing to Boschert. Boschert now left wing to Ford. Ford down to 3, down to 2. They're going to have to let it fly. They do, way off the mark by Berry, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Your score, Mark Twain Lady Tigers 9, Winfield Lady Warriors 9. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
So pretty close game so far. A little bit sloppy at times. A really good defense. Good pace to the ball game. But 9-9 after one quarter between Winfield and Mark Twain.
Turnovers 10-5 in Mark Twain's favor. So that's not a good sign in terms of taking care of the basketball. But, it's competitive, right?
Exactly, and that's what we want in this middle of the bracket matchup, this 3-6 matchup. Eagle 102 coverage of the Clopton Invitational, the 25th Clopton Invitational, brought to you this week by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
It's your old buddy, ex-referee, retired referee, Dennis McMillan up there in the stands.
Taking some time out of the smoke shop?
The smoke shop. Well, you can't say smoke shop nowadays. That has multiple meanings.
Yeah. The meat locker.
The meat locker. There you go. Mark Twain on the inbounds drives down and gets it inside to Arndt, and she puts it up off the glass. A well drawn up play to start the second quarter, and they lead 11-9. Back come the Lady Warriors. Ball's loose on the floor. There's Ross all over the ground. She can't come away with it though. Winfield picks it back up. Boschert kicks it into the corner. Skip pass now this side to Berry. Berry goes baseline. Her shot won't go. Rebound to Mark Twain. Now get it into the front court. That's Arndt ahead of the pack. She'll shoot the layup. No good. There's a whistle and a foul. And Autumn Arndt will go to the free throw line.
She's got 4 points.
She'll get a couple of shots for her efforts. Foul is going to go on Boschert, her first.
Team's third.
Arndt, a 5'8" junior. It's the first. High arcing free throw, lead back to 3 for the Lady Tigers. She'll get a second. She played a lot last year, if my memory serves me right. And it's up and good as well. Back to a 4-point lead, 13-9. Mark Twain's backed off the full court pressure. Was playing man-to-man in the half court. On the pick and roll, that's Ford. Gives it back to Howard. Had the key to Kyman. Kyman left wing now to Berry. Berry skip pass to Davidson. She'll drive with the left hand, loses the handle. It's loose and still loose. Who's going to come away with it? They're going to say it's off of Mark Twain. On the loose ball, so Winfield will have it free throw line extended in the far sideline. Maintain possession.
Impressed with the mobility of Elizabeth Trower with that hefty brace on the leg there.
Yeah, now there's another turnover by Winfield, a deflection. Stolen by Mark Twain. That's Trower goes coast to coast, but she's going to be fouled. And they're going to call that in the act. I believe they are.
Did you see Alex Smith's wife turned his metal cast into a trophy?
I did not see the trophy. I was listening to the game and heard him talking about it, But I didn't see it. I bet that was pretty awesome.
It looks a lot like the national championship trophy, except for the football is hollow and it looks like it was made from an erector set.
Have you seen the documentary on him?
I have not yet.
It is unbelievable what that man went through to play football. As Trower makes both free throws, and the lead is the biggest of the night for the Lady Tigers at 6-15.
And he's playoff bound.
He is. And in the playoffs. Kyman goes to the hole. Her shot won't go. She tips the rebound to herself. Goes up again. It's no good, but a whistle and a foul, and that'll be on Evans. And Winfield to shoot their first free throws of the night. Chloe Kyman.
That's Emily Evans' first foul. And just the third against the Tigers.
First free throws up and good. Back to Alex Smith. You know, he almost died over that.
Oh, yeah.
He got a viral infection and in that knee, and he was 17 surgeries, I think is what he had. Unbelievable. And back to playing. He's not the comeback player of the year. I'm the Pope. Second free throw's good by Kyman, so she makes them both. She's got 4. And here comes the full court pressure again by Winfield. 2-2-1.
I didn't see any white smoke, so I don't think they named a new Pope.
And they get it into the front court, do the Lady Tigers. Miller with the ball in control and throws it to Arnest, deflected. And it's good defensive play that time by Parr, but it goes out of bounds. And Mark Twain will have it far sideline at the 28-foot mark. Down to 6:09 to play here in the first half. 15-11 our score. Into the backcourt, Trier now into the front to Arndt. She'll lob it inside. Good catch that time by Echternach, but couldn't get it to go. And the rebound to Winfield. They'll up the far side, up quickly down low to Davidson. Kicks it out to Howard from 15. Off the glass, no good. Rebounds up and no good by Berry. And now Echternach with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Miller. Miller looks for some help and throws it away. 11th turnover. Back comes Winfield. This time full steam ahead. Into the paint. They hand it off to Kyman. Her layup's up and good. Good look that time by Berry. And it's 15-13. Winfield can't, or Mark Twain can't put Winfield away. They get in the front court. Nice skip pass from Trower to Echternach, and her layup's up and good. That was pretty. And that's what you got to do against this press. Get it to the middle and break them down, and then move it with the pass, not the dribble. 17-14, Mark Twain on top.
No big runs, but lots of mini runs in this ball game. Back and forth affair.
Howard dribbles into the paint with the left hand. She's in trouble. Kicks it out to Berry. Berry in the corner to Kyman. She'll shoot a three. It's long, no good. Rebound to Evans, and we've got a tie-up, they say. And on the alternating arrow, Mark Twain will turn it back over to Winfield. Mass substitution by both clubs. Kirkemeyer back into the game for Winfield. To Kyman and gives it right back to Kirkemeyer. She'll kick it to Howard. Howard pulls up from 15. Front of him, no good. Offensive rebound by Berry. Her shot won't go, but a whistle and another foul on the Lady Tigers. And Berry will go to the line to shoot 2.
Autumn Arndt picks up her first foul.
14 fouls apiece. And the first free throw's on its way, and off the mark, no good. Berry will get a second, so Josie Bauer will return with 2 fouls, the only player on either squad with 2 fouls. Berry with the second. It's good. 4:45 to play in the half. Again, the full court pressure by Winfield. Ross is checked back into the game. Gets it ahead. Nice pass from early to Echternach. And Echternach finishes with the layup. 2 times in a row that's worked. And it's 19-14 Mark Twain. 6 is the biggest lead of the game by Mark Twain. Winfield's led by 2. That was early on. Kyman now out by the 28-foot mark. Gets to Bauer. Bauer left wing now to Berry. She'll dribble in the paint. Kicks it to Kirkemeyer. Holds it above her head into Kyman in the paint. She'll turn around right block. Partially blocked, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And I believe that'll be on Ross. And Kyman will go back to the line, and she'll get a couple of free throws. She's got 6 of the 14 for the Lady Warriors here in this first half. First one's up and good. Got a nice stroke from the free throw line.
Yes, she does.
3 for 3 so far.
Coverage tonight and all week long on Eagle 102 from the Clopton Tournament, brought to you by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, and Pow Pow Cattle Farm and Fencing.
Second free throw, Kyman, is good as well. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Winfield calls a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 1916, Mark Twain. This is the 25th annual Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Let's see who's in the gym, because we actually have a pretty good crowd for Monday night. We've got the Clopton Hawks in the front row. I see Robert James, the athletic director from Winfield over there.
Robert Omohundro doing a little scouting, and his daughter just showed up here just recently.
Yeah, congratulations to the Streets as well, having a boy, I believe.
Oh, we're going to have another one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not up on this inside information. When you live in the basement for 10 days, you don't know much of what anything goes on.
Well, that's what happens in quarantine. You have a baby boom at the end of it. So.
Not at our house.
Yeah.
So Mark Twain will have it after the Winfield timeout. Winfield backs off and is going to go into a half-court trap this time, and that works as Arndt throws it about 3 feet over the head of Early. And the 13th turnover of the half, holy moly, on Mark Twain. Gives it back to Winfield as Davidson will return. Kirkemeyer will take a seat. Into the front court comes Barry to Bauer. She loses the handle, picks it up right at the head of the key. Now to Kyman. Kyman goes down the paint. Her runners up off the glass. No good. Ross with the lead rebound, and she's fouled as she turned to go the other way. One thing about Emma Ross, when she gets the ball, she's going to go.
Yeah.
She's got a go button like none we've seen. She'll take a seat as Audrey Ross will check in.
Foul was on Katie Berry, her first.
Into the front court now comes Arndt for Mark Twain. She tries to throw it into the corner. It's too wide and goes out of bounds back to Winfield.
Kind of an unforced turnover there.
We're getting close to seeing something, if I've ever seen before. I'm not going to tell you what it is till it happens. Keep you on the edge of your seats. Winfield with it. Right lane drive. Baseline is Davidson up off the glass and good. Rensley Davidson. Renzlee. Have you ever seen that name before?
It's a nice name.
It is, and it's a 1-point lead. Now in a double team is Mark Twain. That was Ross, and she's going to be fouled. And they're going to get Emma Parr. I believe that'll be her first. Emma Ross will come back in. Evans will take a seat for Mark Twain back in. Leanne Ford for Winfield as well. Mark Twain has the center court stripe, far sideline. 3 minutes exactly to play here in the first half. 19-18. We've got a good one here for you in the first round of the 25th annual Clopton Invitational. 3-ball from the corner by Trower won't go. Winfield with the rebound. Into the front court quickly. Parr drives baseline, pulls up from 10, no good. Bauer with the offensive rebound. They kick it out, whip it around the horn to Davidson. Davidson kicks it out to Parr. She'll drive left-handed into the paint. Her shot's up, good. Count the bucket and the foul. Elena Parr with the and one. First one of the tournament, in this building anyway. And the foul is on Audrey Ross, her first. And Parr will try and complete the conventional three-point play off the back of the ring. No good. And on the rebound, we have a tie-up. And on the alternating arrow, it'll go to Mark Twain. 20-19. Mark Twain trails by 1 with 2:28 to play here in the half. Arndt takes her time against this half-court trap. They're going to jump and trap. They do, and Arndt throws it out of bounds once again. 15 turnovers.
They're at the half over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Number 1 seed Monroe City leads Louisiana 55-10.
They played earlier in the Monroe City tournament, and actually, I believe Louisiana's already scored more points than they did in that game up there, so good for them. Monroe City, if you missed the pregame, the number 1 ranked team in the state in girls basketball in their class. Winfield with it now in the front court. They kick it to Bauer, left wing. She'll drive to the left elbow. Skip pass right side to Ford. Her three's off the mark. Rebound to Ross. That's Audrey. Ahead to Emma. Emma's going to the glass. Up and good. Whew. She's going the hole no matter what, wasn't
yes,
she?
Yes, she was.
Mark Twain back on top, 21-20. Into the paint now to Bauer. Her shot up off the glass and good. Nice feed that time from Davidson. Bauer with her first 2 points of the game. And back and forth we go. 22-21 Winfield. Down a minute 20 to play in the half. Skip pass over to Martin. She'll lob it inside to Ross. She makes the catch up off the glass and good. That's Emma Ross. Give her 5. And it's 23-22. Back and forth we go. Rensley Davidson now. Right wing to Parr. Parr backs up to Ford. Ford now to Davidson in the paint to Ford. Ford tries to force it inside, deflected and stolen away. Ross with the steal. She'll throw it ahead of the pack and too tall for Martin. Good look that time, but just threw it too far. And it'll go back to Winfield. Mass substitutions. It is like a line change.
Yeah, it is.
They're going in and out 2 and 3 and 4 at a time for both teams.
Well, that's the old Shannon Jeffrey plan from when he was at Silex. Just wear you out by putting 5 fresh on the floor all the time.
Shannon Jeffrey just did that to aggravate us, so that's all he was doing. Down under a minute to play. 40 seconds to be exact. Winfield on the drive to the paint. Up and good. That's Candace Berry. Her third point of the night. And Winfield with the lead 24-23. Arndt travels. She got into the front court. And she drug that pivot foot. So with 25 ticks to go, Winfield will get it back. Let's see if they want to hold for the final shot. That kind of seems to be Austin Godfrey's MO here in the first time we've seen him as a head coach. And Barry is now in trouble. Gives it up to Howard, down to 12 seconds. Howard in the far corner. Back to Parr. She forces it inside. Nice pass and catch by Barry. Her shot's up and good. Mark Twain's got to go. Arndt from half court at the horn. It's no good. And that'll do it for the first half. It's been a good one. Don't go away. We'll have a good second half for you as Winfield goes to the locker room on top. 26-23 over the Lady Tigers of Mark Twain. Halftime show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, 2 quarters in the books here in the old Clopton Gym, opening round of the 25th Clopton Invitational Tournament here on KJFM. 26-23, the 6 seed leading the 3 seed is Winfield, has that 3-point advantage over the Mark Twain Lady Tigers through 2 quarters. And an interesting first half of this one, as both of these teams showed that they can get up and down the floor and play some pretty tough defense.
That they have, and it's been wild and woolly. And Mark Twain's still in this game. They have 17 turnovers in the first half, which is a game's more than a game's worth. So I can guarantee you what the conversation is by Coach Matt Boswell is we got to take care of the basketball, ladies. And a bunch of lead changes in that first half, and we expected it to be competitive, and it is.
Yeah, it was 9-9 after 1 quarter, now 26-23, Winfield leading. Our coverage this week brought to you from the Clopton Invitational by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty agent here on KJFM Radio. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here in the old gym down in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Marion Eberhardt on the call down there. And that one, not much of a game through 2 quarters, 55-10 is the Monroe City lead over the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. Our late games tonight here in the old gym, it'll be the 4-5 matchup between the Elsberry Lady Indians and the Silex Lady Owls. And did you get a chance to see the Musial Awards the day after Christmas?
I did. If you recall, I had seen that early on and texted you and told you that you were famous.
Well, now I'm nationally famous, not just St. Louis famous.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that's right.
Myself and Marianne and our Eagle 102 coverage from last season is Coach Sabrina O'Haron. Congratulations again to her on picking up that award, national award for sportsmanship. And I'll have to find the footage of that and share that here.
You messed up the call, actually. No, not really.
No. It was actually that was Marianne was on play-by-play that game, and I was just providing sound coverage of one of the greatest sportsmanship moments in Northeast Missouri basketball history.
It was cool, and it's quite an honor for those players and coaches, and for Silex High School. You know, nothing like getting national recognition for something that's completely as positive as it can get, you know, in the sporting world.
Definitely. Our late game over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, the number 2 seed Clopton takes on the number 7 seed Wright City, and Wright City has had bout after bout after bout with COVID so far this season. It seems like, you know, the closer you get to the city, the more cases you're going to have.
It looks like they've only played 2 games. Is that right?
That's what I can find so far.
Yeah.
Here in this one, it's 26-23. It's Winfield leading Mark Twain. We'll talk more, including scoring after this on the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Through 2 quarters here in the old gym, opening round, first game of the Clopton Invitational Tournament, and it's the visitors on the scoreboard. Winfield leading Mark Twain by 3 at 26-23. Our first half scoring, first for Mark Twain. They have 4 points from Emily Evans, 4 points from Anna Echternach, 4 points from Elizabeth Trower. 5 points in the first half for Emma Ross, 1 of 2 shooting free throws there in the first quarter, and Autumn Arndt has 6. And that miss by Ross was the only miss by the Mark Twain Lady Tigers in the first half. They hit their other 5 opportunities, so they're 5 of 6 as a team through 2 quarters. For the Winfield Lady Warriors, 2 points each for Josie Bauer, Rensley Davidson. 3 points for Lily Boschert. She hit the only 3 of the first half, not for lack of effort on the Winfield side. 4 points for Elena Parr, 7 points for Katie Berry, and 8 points for Chloe Kyman, as she leads the scores for the Winfield Lady Warriors through 2 quarters of this ballgame. 26-23 our score, and our coverage on Eagle 102 brought to you all week long by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Browns Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's Insurance Agency, McDingers, and Northeast Missouri Title Company here on KJFM. We'll have the second half of this ball game from the old gym, the 25th annual Clopton Invitational, after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
All right, 17 turnovers in the first half for Mark Twain. That's not going to get it done. They're down by 3, although I think they've controlled the pace of this ball game. They just kind of get ahead of themselves a little bit sometimes offensively.
Yeah, the trapping zone, both full court and half court, they tried to throw over the top a number of times and airmailed passes, and that happened a lot. And then when they actually, at the start of the half, Winfield just came out in a straight-up man, and I mean, we're just belly to belly. Couldn't get an entry pass in, guarding the passing lanes, and Mark Twain had all kinds of problems with that as well. So we'll see what Coach Matt Boswell has drawn up. I don't know that Austin Godfrey needs to do anything different, Make a few more shots, I guess, would be the thing. But they seem to take the approach that, we're only going to make so many of what we make, so the more we take, the more we'll make, because they shoot it at will.
Yes, they do.
From anywhere.
And they're going to be going at I think, bouncier of the 2 rims here in the second half on the right side of your radio dial or screen if you're watching on KJFMradio.com.
That they will, and they are going to have the ball to start the second half. And let's see who they've got back in. Looks like they've got Boschert, Berry, Bauer, Howard, and Ford in the lineup. And it looks like the original starting lineup back in the game for Mark Twain as we're underway in the second half. Glad to have you with us. Jim Ross, Mark Froenig. As Ford drives in the paint, her shot won't go. Rebounds loose, and it looks like Trower came up with it, and she was run over by Ford, her first foul. Neither team in any foul trouble at all. Bauer, the only player with 2 for either team.
Which is amazing, as physical as that first half was.
It is. Back to the half-court trap, though. Now they work it inside to Evans. Her shot's partially blocked. They get the rebound. Ross gets it up. It won't go. Mark Twain again on the offensive glass. They'll kick it out to Trower. Trower now to Arndt down underneath the Ross. She's in a peck of trouble. Kicks it outside. 3 ball on the way by Audrey Ross. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound by Emma. Her pass over to Evans. It won't go. And now Trower steals the outlet pass. Ross skip pass over to Arndt. She runs into her own player and goes out of bounds.
Nearly a minute gone. No change in the score over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, up to 61-12. Monroe City leading Louisiana.
And that game will finish
quickly.
Quite a bit before ours will. Howard with it now for Winfield. Under heavy pressure by Ross. Still has the dribble and got away with the travel. But hands it back now to Boschert. Boschert left wing to Ford. Ford to the head of the key, down inside to Howard. Howard in the paint, kicks it back out to Barry, I should say. Barry shot off the rim, no good. Arndt with the rebound from Mark Twain. She'll get it ahead to Evans. Evans on the move. Kicks it into the corner to Trower. Her three balls all the way, no good. The rebound by Evans. Skip pass over to Ross, and her layup's up and good. And it's a 26-25 as Mark leading for Winfield as Mark Twain gets the first bucket of the second half. Back come the Lady Warriors. We played almost 2 minutes in this quarter. They get it down low to Bauer. She's in the short corner now. Kicks it out to Boschert. Boschert now inside to Howard. She grabs a loose ball and travels.
Yep, thought there was going to be some contact there, kind of prepped herself. It wasn't there, and then she took a little step forward, and that was enough to draw the traveling call.
Quick substitution is Parr. Lena Parr comes in for Howard for Winfield as they wait in this half-court trap. To Arndt. Arndt now skips it across the baseline to Ross. Her shot's no good. There's a foul on the shot. And Emma Ross will go to the line. She'll get 2 shots. No relation, by the way.
All right. It was in the back of my head.
Let's squash those rumors. Boschert with the foul, her second. And the first free throw by Ross rattles in. She'll get a second.
There's that friendly rim.
Exactly. We're tied at 26. 5:43 to play here in the third. Second free throw, good as well. A little bit of a line drive that time, but as you said, the friendly rim accepted it. And it's 27-26. And to the bucket, and the shot up and good. That by Boschert. They're going to count the bucket. And she'll get a chance at a three-point play.
There's the Silex Lady Owls making their way into the old gym. They're ready to play. Foul. They haven't posted it on the board yet, have they?
Well, I don't think they put that last free throw up either.
Yeah, they've got it at 28-26. It should be 27-26.
Well, actually, Mark Twain should have 27.
Yeah.
And Boschert, anyway, will get a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. And she makes it. So, I think the score is 29-27, although the scoreboard says 29-26. Ross into the front court, dribbles between the double team. It's loose on the floor, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go on Barry, I believe. Non-shooting foul, so Mark Twain will have it underneath their own basket.
Second foul on Katie Barry. At some point, someone will fix the scoreboard here in the gym.
Inbounds pass to Ross. Her shot won't go. Bauer with the defensive rebound. Now they'll look to run. Out to Boschert into the front court. Mark Twain back quickly. A whip at far sideline. 3-point by Kyman's good. Left wing Drano for her. Her first three-pointer. And the biggest lead of the night for the Winfield Lady Warriors is 5 at 32-27. And Mark Twain back on the offensive end. They're trying to get it inside. Stolen away by Parr that time. Another turnover. That's 19 on Mark Twain. Back come the Warriors to Bauer. She misses one from point blank range. Kyman with the offensive rebound. It won't go. She gets it one more time. It still won't go. And finally out of the pack comes Zoe Miller with the rebound for the Lady Tiger. Down to 4:35 to play here in the third. 32-27 our score. Trower now right here below us. We're in the little gym in case you're wondering. Nearly thrown away. And it goes out of bounds back to Mark Twain. Davidson in for Winfield. Boschert will take a seat. Small gym's not a good vantage point for our broadcasting video, but it's kind of fun to be right here where you can see and hear everything that's going on in this small venue.
You get to know the coaches, that's for sure.
That's for sure. And you can sit here and hear everything that's being said. Can't give up some of that stuff sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Ross drives right baseline. Her shot's up and good. She's got 6 in the second half for Mark Twain. And we've got a whistle and a foul as Winfield into the front court. That was Davison. Foul's going to go on Arndt, her second. And Winfield will have it underneath their own basket. They'll trigger it in. That's Davison to the head of the key to Parr. She thinks about a 3. Now gets it over to Kirkemeyer. To Bauer in the far corner. To Parr. Parr right wing now to Davison. Check that. She looks, gives it to Kirkemeyer. She'll shoot it with the left hand. 3 ball on the way. It's no good. And Bauer's rebound attempt. She knocked it out of bounds, and it'll go back to Winfield. Gillespie in for Kyman for Winfield. Down to 3:45 to play. On the far sideline, Miller gets out of a double team to Arndt and tried to get it to the baseline, but a good defensive play that time by Parr, I believe, to swat it out of bounds. Ecknock will come in now, and Evans will take a seat.
Winfield doesn't make it easy offensively for
Not
Mark
at
Twain.
all. Inside to Arndt. She'll shoot a turnarounder from point blank range. It won't go, and we've got a whistle, and they're going to. One official has a jump ball. One official has a foul. We're going to go with the jump ball on the rebound, and Mark Twain will maintain possession. 3:36 to play in the third. Trier to trigger inbounds. Gets to Ross. Back to the head of the key. They whip around to Miller. Quickly to Trier to the left wing. It's the 3 ball short, no good. Winfield with the rebound. Up the far sideline goes Davidson. Now into the front court with the right hand dribble. To the corner to Kirkemeyer. They whip around to Bauer. Her 16-footer from the corner, short, no good. Ecknock, or check that. Yeah, it was Ecknock with the rebound. Back into the front court comes Miller. Miller, right wing to Arndt. Arndt back to Miller. Now into the high post to Ecknock, and we've got a whistle and a foul. That'll be on Bauer.
That's her third.
That it is. And I'm guessing she's going to take a seat. As 2 subs come in, that's Howard and Ford for Winfield. Miller to trigger it in, lobs it into Ecknock on the left block, kicks it outside to Arndt. Now back, 3 ball on the way from Miller is good. First 3 ball of the night for Mark Twain. And it's 32-31. I don't know if they ever put that point up or not, did they?
No, they didn't.
So it should be tied according to our score sheets. And the shot's no good. We're going to have a tie-up on the missed shot. And on the alternating arrow, it'll stay with Winfield. Audrey Ross back in for Trier for Mark Twain. They lob it inside to Kyman on the inbounds pass. She makes a nice catch and score. Chloe Kyman, she's got 5.5, 13 for the game. Leads all scores. And it's a 34-31 lead. Back comes Mark Twain. Shot up off the mark. Ecknock with the rebound. She'll go up with it. It won't go. Anna Ecknock will go to the line, and she'll shoot 2 shots.
Foul on Kaylee Gillespie, her first.
Kaylee just a sophomore. First free throw by Ecknock's off the mark. No good. She'll get a second. She's a tall drink of water to 5'11". She drains the second free throw. And Emily Evans will come in for her after the made free throw. 34-32 her score.
I've got 34-33.
As do I.
I'll be visiting the scorers table between quarters.
We might want to whisper that to him, have him double check that. Howard to Kyman. This is going to be a close game. That point could be important. If Kyman goes to the bucket, it's no good, but she's going to be fouled by Ross.
Well, the scoreboard operator's pre-med.
Her second. I asked him if he was smart enough to do that before we got going here tonight. He says, I'm learning fast. So Kyman will be at the line to shoot 2 shots. First one rattles around and drops. And you're right, that rim down on that end's a whole lot tighter than the rim that Mark Twain's shooting at here in the second half. Kyman will get a second. It rattles around and drops. And it's 36-32. Back comes Mark Twain quickly. Shot up and good by Audrey Ross. Her first bucket of the game. Nice. A 1-point game. In the corner now, 3-ball on the way from Winfield. That's long. Davidson with the shot. Rebound to Arndt. And she tries to get it ahead, but there's a whistle and a foul.
Going to be on Rensley Davidson, her first.
And Mark Twain will have it on the far sideline in the backcourt. 1:42 to play in the third. We'll go with the scoreboard till they change it, 36-34. We think they're missing a point for Mark Twain. Mark Twain into the front court now. Ross has it right here below us. Puts it on the floor, hands it off to Miller. Miller goes to the glass with the left hand. It won't go. Rebound still loose. And Howard comes away with the rebound for Winfield. She'll get it to the front court now to Barry. Barry on the dribble. Left wing now to Davidson. Davidson skip pass to the near corner. 3-ball on the way. I think that was Ford. I couldn't see for the referee. It's an air ball. We got a jump ball on the rebound. And on the alternating arrow to go to Mark Twain. 1:08 to play here in the third. Arndt will walk it across the timeline this time for the Lady Tigers. She'll get it to Audrey Ross. She'll dribble to the left wing to Emma. Emma slashes down the paint, kicks it out to Arndt. Arndt's going to pull up from 15, high arcing, nothing but net. Arndt's got 8, and we're tied at 36. Under a minute to play here in the third. Into the front court, Barry. Guarded by Ross. It looks like they're going to hold it out maybe and play for the final shot, eh? Can they do that without turning it over?
That's the question.
Davidson drives baseline. Nothing doing there. Backs it out. Nope, they're going to shoot it. That's Barry. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound to Evans. Down to 20 seconds. Plenty of time for Mark Twain. In the front court, Miller. Miller over to Audrey Ross. She'll put it on the floor. She whips it inside, and it's loose, but picked up by Miller. It won't go in and out, and off the rebound, it goes out of bounds off of Mark Twain. So 4.3 seconds to play here in the third. See if Winfield can get a shot off. And it's stolen by, it's still loose. Ross didn't come up away with it, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Great hustle by Emma Ross, but to no avail. The ball rolls out of bounds. And at the end of the third quarter, we believe Mark Twain leads 37-36 with Chuck the scorebook, and be back to the fourth quarter after this on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, they waved off a free throw somewhere in there on Emma Ross. So that's the discrepancy. So she only has 10 points through 3 quarters, 8 points for Autumn Arndt, 4 points for Elizabeth Trower, 2 points for Audrey Ross, 5 points so far for Anna Echternacht, 3 for Zoe Miller, and 4 for Emily Evans, and we are tied after 3 quarters at 36.
Must have been a stealth wave off. Didn't tell anybody else. Winfield has it to start the 4th quarter. Mark Twain drops into a little zone this time. A little 2-3 zone, it looks like. They get it into Kyman, does Winfield. Her shot's partially blocked, and Trower's going to come away with the loose ball for Mark Twain. Into the front court she comes, the 5'2 senior.
That game over in the other gym is over, 81-13. That's very similar to the score at the Monroe City tournament.
That it was, as Winfield, or check that, Mark Twain turns it over again. 20th turnovers. They actually have slowed down in the turnover category. Only 3, or 2 I should say, in that 3rd quarter. And they start the 4th with 1. We played a minute. We're still tied at 36. As I said, Mark Twain's dropping into a little 2-3 zone this time, or this quarter. And the ball's loose. Kyman comes away with it, puts it up at the block, off the glass, no good. We've got a whistle on the foul.
She'll try to add to her 15-point night.
Foul's going to go against Echternacht, her first. And the senior, Chloe Kyman, she's pretty tall as well. Misses the first free throw, her miss from the charity stripe tonight. She'll get a second, however. A couple of subs back in, or a sub back in for Mark Twain. I believe that was Evans that returned. Second free throw by Kyman is good. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 37-36 Winfield, 6:52 to play in the game. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
37-36, Winfield leads here early in the 4th quarter, just over a minute gone. Mark Cronick, Jim Ross here in the old gym. Marianne Everhart over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. She saw the Monroe City Lady Panthers, #1 in the tournament, #1 in the state, defeat Louisiana 81-13. And she has Clopton and Wright City coming up.
And Mark Twain turns it over after the timeout, and now Winfield loses the handle, and we're going to have a jump ball. And it'll be a turnover as it goes back to Mark Twain. So out of the timeout, back-to-back turnovers, and it's still 37-36. Into the front court now. The far corner, Trier open from 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Arndt with the long rebound. Hands it back to Trier. She'll reset things for the Lady Tigers. Arndt holds it above her head. Now does it Miller. Miller on the dribble, gets into the paint. Down underneath the Ross. Her shot swatted away by Bauer. Great defensive play that time. Ball still loose on the floor, but Mark Twain comes up with it. Back to Ross. Her shot's up and good. Good hustle by Evans to pick up that loose ball. And Mark Twain retakes the lead at 38-37. Down to 5:55 to play in the game. The left wing now to Boschert in the far corner. That's going to be a 3 by Parr. It's no good. Bauer with the offensive rebounds, up and good, and a whistle and a foul. Josie Bauer with her 4th point of the night, and she'll get a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Foul was on Trower, just her first.
Bauer goes about 6 foot. Her shot is off the glass and good. The bank is open in Clopton.
Trying to shake something loose with that one. That was a rocket.
With authority, yes it did. Arndt into the front court now against this half-court trap. Inside now to Evans. Her shot goes down. Good pass that time from Trower, I guess. No check that. It was from Ross. And Mark Twain ties it at 40. Bauer now into the paint off the left block, no good. Rebound is Miller. Miller dribbles out of trouble. She'll hand it back to Arndt, and they'll walk it across the timeline. Miller now in the near corner to Trower. Back to Miller. Looks like Winfield in that a little 1-2-2 half-court zone trap. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the cross-court pass as Parr ran into the Mark Twain player. That was Trower.
3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Our coverage on Eagle 102 brought to you all week long by Bowen Construction, Lincoln's Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
That foul sends Mark Twain into the bonus with 5:01 to play in the ball game. First free throws up and good. So Zoe Miller, the 5'5" senior, will get a second. She's got 4 so far tonight. She'll shoot the second, and it's up and good as well. We've got a sub into the game. Trower will take a seat. Audrey Ross will return. 5:01 to play in the game, 42-40. Mark Twain on top. Davidson walks it into the front court, looks to the sidelines for some instruction. Crossover dribble now, kicks it left wing. Ford down inside to Kyman. She goes up in the crowd, no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And Kyman will go back to the line for 2 shots. Foul's going to be on Evans, her second. 9th and 10th free throws for Kyman. She makes the first. She'll get a second. Dribbles it twice and fires in and out, no good. Rebound off to Evans, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 42-41. Mark Twain leads it. It's a 30-second timeout. This is the 25th annual Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
4:45 to play here in the fourth quarter from the old gym. Opening round of the Clopton Invitational Tournament. 42-41 is the Mark Twain Lady Tiger lead over the Winfield Warriors. The game in the high school gym, the Dale Miller Gymnasium, is in the books. 81-13, Monroe City over Louisiana.
Mark Twain into the front court after the timeout. Trower down in the paint, into the short corner to Ross. She'll skip it over the right wing to Arndt. Arndt into the deep corner, 3 ball on the way by Audrey Ross. It hits nothing. And Winfield with the rebound. That's Howard. She'll hand it off to Davidson. Davidson into the front court, down to 4:15 to play in the game. 42-41, Mark Twain on top. Davidson now between the circles for the Lady Warriors. Left wing forward now to Howard. Howard skips it back to Davidson. Davidson got away with the travel. Nope, they caught it. The ball came up and kind of got hung on her arm. And the 4th turnover, the 1/10 of the game for Winfield, will give it back to Mark Twain. A little 2-2-1 half-court trap. That's kind of interesting. And they throw it away to the Lady Tigers. Stolen by Davidson. She'll head to the glass, and she's going to be fouled.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, that was kind of an ugly collision there. And the foul was on Zoe Miller, her second. And Rensley Davidson to the line to shoot a 1-on-1, as that's the 17th foul. It's up and good. I got to say, a stark improvement for this Winfield program.
Definitely. Been impressed with Coach Godfrey's crew.
Second one by Davidson is on the way. It's in and out, no good. Rebound by Kyman. Her putback's up and good all over the offensive glass. And Chloe Kyman gives Winfield the lead again at 2, 44-42. Arndt into the front court now in the double team. Skip pass, the cross-court pass, stolen away again by Davidson. We have a big collision and 2 players down. Ford can't make the shot, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor as we've got an injured player. The official is going to go check on her as Mark Twain had the ball after the missed shot underneath.
It was Emma Ross, and I think she kind of got a little whiplash there.
She's going to try and shake it off, the 5'8" senior. She not. Well, maybe she is going to come out. I didn't think she was. Yep, she is. Nope, she's not. Yep, she says, I got to take a seat.
Yep. Catch her breath.
I need to regroup a little bit here.
Yeah.
So Trier will come back in for her, trailing by 2, but they get the ball after I guess it was actually a turnover by Winfield with 3:31 to play in the game. They made this, dribbled into this trap, and a cross-court pass had it stolen, and now Zoe Miller steps in across the restraining line on the inbounds pass and turns it right back over to Winfield. Oh, my. So Winfield will have it now underneath their own basket. Davidson gets it inside, throws it away. Turnovers haunting everybody. Trier tries to go coast to coast. Stops, turns around off the glass, no good. Rebound by Evans, it won't go. Arndt with the shot, it won't go. Kyman now with the rebound for Winfield. She'll look for some help. Up to Davidson. Davidson ahead to Ford. Ford dribbles to the elbow, and the loose ball pass goes right to Kyman. Back to Ford. She'll go into the paint. Her runner's up, no good. Rebound by Echternock with Mark Twain. Down to 3 minutes to play in the game. 44-42. Winfield on top. A little give and go with Miller, and it's deflected and stolen away by Ford. Ford takes it to the glass. It's up, no good. Missed the layup, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Mark Twain.
2:46 to go in regulation, and right now the Tigers just having all sorts of trouble getting past half court.
Yeah, got to get somebody in the middle. Davidson lobs it into Kyman. She'll drive into the right elbow, up and good. Big second half by Chloe Kyman, and it's 46-42, and we've got a mild upset brewing here. First round game. Arndt gets it in the front court. Bud is under heavy pressure in a double team now. Back to Miller. Miller to Trier. She'll shoot the 3. It's good.
That'll cure some ills.
Trier with her first 3 ball of the night, and the lead is 1. Down to 2:14. Barry on the dribble now on the pick and roll with Byers. Skips it in the far corner to Parr. She's open for 3. She'll let it go. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound off to Arndt for Mark Twain. Winfield backs off now, but they immediately get into that half-court trap to Trier. Trier dribbles out of trouble. Well, maybe. Now she's in the double team, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 1:50 to play in the game. 46-45 Winfield. You're listening to the 25th Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Understand we may be having a technical difficulty or two. Try and get that worked out for you. I know my daughter and crew are sitting at home watching this right now, so I'm sure I'll get a full report when I get home, huh?
Yep. 46-45, minute 50 to go. Our coverage on Eagle 102 brought to you this week by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynch Heritage House, and Orff Construction Company, and Pow Pow Cattle Farm and Fencing.
We got a barn burner, 46-45. Mark Twain leads, but they have the basketball into the front court. Miller drives left baseline, hands it off to Trier. Trier backs out to the wing. Now to Miller. Miller skips it to Arndt. Arndt on the crossover dribble to the right wing and has it swatted out of bounds. And Mark Twain will get it back. Free throw line extended. Trower into Miller. Inside to Echternach. Right block. Back to Arndt. To Trower for three. It's good. Elizabeth Trower with 2 3 balls here in the fourth quarter. They lead it 48-46. Down to 1:20 to play in the game. In the front court, Barry left wing to Parr. Parr puts it on the floor. She'll pull up from 15. It's off the mark, no good. Loose ball still on the floor, still loose. Bodies all over the place. Who's going to come away with it? They're going to call a timeout. They're going to say Winfield had it. Coach Godfrey calls a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 48-46, 1:07 to play in the game. This is Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Out of the timeout, Winfield will have it underneath their own basket, left side of the paint. Barry to trigger it in. Gets it into Parr. She'll drive left baseline in the short corner. Nothing to do there. Kicks it back to Davidson. Her three hits nothing. Goes straight out of bounds.
Hit the wall.
That it did. Helps to hit the rim, though.
Yeah.
Here comes full court pressure. Arndt will take it out, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 48-46, 1:01 to play. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here, huh? What do you say?
Sure.
Been a up and down affair. 13-10 scoring advantage for Mark Twain in the third quarter. They came from a 3-point deficit to tie it, and it's just been back and forth the entire game. It's the biggest lead by either club has been 6 points.
Yeah.
And it's been close from the outset. Mark Twain the 3 seed, Winfield the 6 seed, so the potential for a bit of an upset here in the first round. But right now, Mark Twain has the lead and the ball. They can expect Winfield to try and steal the inbound, and if they can't, will they foul immediately? This with a minute to go? I wouldn't.
I think we're about 30 seconds away from any of that. It looks like Emma Ross is okay on the Mark Twain sideline. She's standing up and directing traffic from that spot at the end of the bench.
Arndt gets it to Trower in the near corner. She'll dribble out of trouble. Skip pass over to Miller, nearly stolen away. She's on the dribble. They're playing a little keep away, down to 43. Still not, don't have to. Oh. And then we got a carry. I was about to say you don't need to foul. And sure enough, on cue, Trower turns it over. 8th of the half, 25th turnover of the game. Still a 2-point lead, however, for Mark Twain. Into the front court comes Barry. Barry to the wing, to Kyman out near the center court circle. Left wing over to Parr. Parr back to Kyman. Kyman puts it on the floor, goes in, pulls up from 10, no good. Bauer with the rebound, up and good. Josie Bauer ties the game, down to 21 seconds. Inbounded into the backcourt. Ooh. Miller got away with the travel to Arndt. Arndt back to Miller, down to 13. To Arndt. Arndt in the post to Evans. Evans back to Arndt. They'll skip it over to Trower, and there's a timeout as Coach Matt Boswell will set up the final play. 5.7 seconds to play. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
So who takes the last shot if you're Mark Twain?
Well, here's the thing. If Emma Ross is okay, I put her back in the game.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look like she's going to go back in. So I think you got to look to Trower, get the ball into her, or away from her and skip it to her for the final shot, unless you can pound it inside. It's going to be out at the 28-foot mark, far sideline for Mark Twain. And they've got Miller over here hiding in the corner. What kind of defense is Winfield going to employ? Looks like it's going to be a 1-2-2. And they get it into Arndt. Arndt dribbles to the wing. Down to 2, down to 1. They're not even going to get a shot off.
My goodness.
So we'll go to overtime. Your score 48-all. We've got extra basketball for you here in the first round of the 25th annual Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Well, nothing like starting the tournament off with an overtime game.
Yeah, that's what you want, a close game in the middle of the bracket.
My bedtime's 9:30, remember that.
Well, they spaced out the games a little bit.
So we're going to be all right?
Yeah, we're going to be just fine. This one's going to be over in about 4 minutes. We'll have a winner in 1 OT.
Unless we have 5 overtimes.
No,
like
we're going to have a winner in 1 OT.
Like the Clopton Elsberry game about 2 weeks ago. And so we'll throw it up. They'll get it. Each club will get an extra timeout for this overtime. And make sure they're going the right direction as they are. It's going to be Bauer against Evans in the center court circle. 4 minutes is the high school overtime. We're tied at 48. Yeah, now see, they're all going to switch around. See, I told you they had them going the wrong direction. It's happened in this gym before. I know some of the old-timers will remember it. We won't get into that right now, however. Mark Twain controls the opening tip. Ross is back into the game. And she'll hand it off to Trower. Trower at the head of the key. She's going to let the 3 fly. From the rim, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Arndt over in the short corner. She's in a double team. Tries to get out of it. It's loose on the floor. Stolen away. Another turnover by Mark Twain. Winfield heads the other way. That's Davidson. Her shot's up. No good. Offensive rebound put back by Berry. It won't go, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Mark Twain.
Yeah, it looked like they got one touch in there at the very end, but 2 kind of crazy shots as Winfield went a little acrobatic there trying to get ahead in this ball game.
On the inbounds, Winfield with it. Davidson gets it to Kyman. Kyman left elbow, kicks it to the corner to Parr from 15. Corner shot, no good. Rebound to Arndt. Arndt up the far sideline. Finds some space, gets it ahead to Eckernach. Puts it on the floor once, puts a shot up. It's no good, but there's a whistle and a foul. And Anna Eckernach will go to the line. She'll get 2.
She's 1 for 2 from that spot tonight.
That she is. The foul's going to go against Gillespie. Well, that's who they put up. Nope, they changed it. It's Davidson. Her second, and the first free throw by Eckernach is good. She'll get a second. 3:16 to play in the first overtime. Second free throw, front of the rim, short. Davidson with the rebound. She'll head up the far sideline with the left hand. Drives all the way to the baseline. Underneath to kick out to Kyman. 3 ball. It hits nothing as well on a pass from Berry. And we'll say one thing. Winfield started shooting at will, and they haven't stopped yet.
No, they haven't.
They're still letting it fly from anywhere and everywhere. And from 3-point range, they've had their struggles. I think they've only made 1-2 threes all night is what they've made. Into the front corner against this half-court trap. Into the corner now. Trower's going to pull up from 10 from the corner. It's short, no good, and we've got a tie-up on the rebound. And on the alternating arrow, it should go back to Winfield. Had a good look that time from about 15, but couldn't get it to go. Down to 2:47 to play in the game. They're actually in overtime. Berry will walk it into the front court on a pick and roll with Kyman. To the corner to Davidson. Davidson dribbles out of trouble now. Back to Berry. Left corner to Parr from 15. It rattles in. Elena Parr, she's got 6, and Winfield retakes the lead at 50-49. Arndt into the front court now. Hands it off to Miller. Miller on the crossover drill, has her pass deflected. It goes right underneath to Evans. Her left-handed layup's up and good. Oh, fortunate bounce there for the Tigers. Good bucket by Evans, and they retake the lead by 1. Into the front court now. Berry back to Kyman. She dribbles down the left paint. Off the glass, no good. Evans with the rebound for Mark Twain. She'll look for a guard, finds Arndt now. And she'll hustle it into the front court before the trap can get there to Miller. Miller has her pass deflected, stolen away by Berry. She'll go coast to coast for the layup, up and good. Another turnover at the 10th and a timeout on the floor. 1:40 to play in the game, 52-51 Winfield. You listen to 25th Annual Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
52-51. Winfield leads at 1:40 to play in overtime. The 6th seed Lady Warriors lead it over the 3 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Out of the timeout.
Again, the final from the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Monroe City 81, Louisiana 13. So the top seed and top ranked team in the state moves on in the championship bracket, while Louisiana will be playing in this gym come Wednesday.
Winfield's going to stick with the 2-2-1 half-court trap. It's driven Mark Twain nuts. Arndt gets it into the front court. Nearly a backcourt violation. Now she's going to skip it all the way to Evans on this side. Handoff to Martin, who's in the game in the short corner. She has it stolen away. Stolen away by Davidson. She'll head the other way from Winfield. She's going to the glass. Her shot's no good. We've got a whistle and a foul. And Rensley Davidson will go to the line. And that's probably going to be a 2-shot foul, I would guess.
Foul on Emily Evans, her 3rd.
Davidson is 1 for 2 from the line so far tonight. That one rattles in and out. She'll get a 2nd.
Our 2nd game from this gym will be another mid-bracket matchup, the 4-5, as Elsberry takes on Silex. Game scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, which is 5 minutes away.
Audrey Ross checks into the game for Mark Twain. As the 2nd free throw by Davidson is good, and the lead is 2, 53-51. Minute 15 to play in overtime. Ross into the front court. That's Audrey to Arndt. Into the corner to try her. She'll shoot the 3. It's no good. Evans with the rebound. Her putback's no good. Echternach with the. She'll look for some help out of the paint, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 1:01 to play in the overtime. 53-51. Winfield on top. A full timeout by the Lady Warriors. Listen to Clopton Invitational or Lady Tigers, I say. You listen to Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
53-51, 1:01 to play here in the overtime. Mark Twain will have the ball underneath their own basket, left side of the paint. They've had trouble executing what Coach Boswell has drawn up in the timeouts. Let's see if they can do it this time. They need a bucket.
Still haven't gotten underway over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. They'll start that game in about 3 minutes.
You're just taunting me, aren't you? You're just taunting me. I know what you're doing. Rosta triggered in for Mark Twain. Gets it to Arndt. Her shot swat away by Bauer. Evans picks up the loose ball to Echternach. It won't go from point-blank range, and we're going to have a scrum half and a tie-up on the loose ball. And it'll stay with Mark Twain. Let's see if they're going to run the same play again. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yes, it
Set up
does.
the same way. Oh, they had Echternach, didn't get it through. Now to Arndt in the short corner. We've got a whistle and a foul on Bauer.
It's going to be the fourth on Josie.
It is, but she's played the whole second half with 3 fouls, so you ought to have 4 fouls at the end of overtime, shouldn't you?
Yes, you should.
Arndt will go to the line. It'll be a 1-and-1. Big free throws here for the Lady Tigers. 9th team foul on Winfield. First one's up and good. She'll get a second.
9 points now for Autumn.
51.3 seconds to play in the overtime. Second free throw, high arcing. It's nothing but net as well. Great looking shots that time by Arndt. And we're tied again at 53. Into the front court. Davidson for the Lady Warriors. Dribbles to the left wing to Kyman, head of the key. She'll put it on the floor to the right elbow. Into the corner to Davidson. She drives the gap. It won't go. And Mark Twain with the rebound. Off to Ross. Audrey, I should say, into the front court now to Trower. Trower into Echternach on the right block. Kicks it back to Trower. She'll pull up from 15. No good. Rebound to Echternach. She'll skip it out to Arndt. Arndt now outside the paint. Tries to throw it out. Stolen away by Davidson. Davidson's going to take it to the glass. The layup's up and good. And it's a 2-point lead, down to 8, down to 7. Mark Twain's got to hurry. Arndt on the far sideline. Finds some space. Gets it inside to Echternach. Her shot's up. No good. And we've got a whistle and a foul with 0.3 of a second to play.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
First one is going to be the tough one, I think.
It's going to be a 2-shot foul for Echternach.
Foul is on Kyman, her first.
Can she make them both? And she misses the first.
Now you got to miss the second one and get a tip back.
And with only 3/10, all you can do is tip. And we're going to have a timeout, and it'll be a full timeout. 55-53, Winfield on top. We're in overtime in the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
55-53, 3/10 to go. Echternach at the line with the second of a 2-shot foul. I don't know what they drew up, a miss and a tip. She hits off the front rim. Bauer gets a rebound, and that'll do it for the game. An upset here in the first round. The Lady Warriors, the 6th seed of Winfield, 55. Mark Twain Lady Tigers, 53. The postgame show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Final in this one in overtime. Winfield 55, Mark Twain 53. And it comes down to free throws at the end with Mark Twain hitting 3 of 6 in the extra session. And Rensley Davidson hit 1 of 2, but a turnover there with about 30 seconds left as Mark Twain had it in a tie game, and just ill-advised passes. They get a little nervous under pressure, especially when it's 2 or 3 person pressure, and that was the downfall tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, turnovers are the story of that game, and man, I got to tell you, the effort by both teams. There was a lot of energy expended in that game by both teams because they just flat got after each other, and it was a reasonably clean game for as competitive and aggressive as both teams were. But as you said, turnovers are the story of this game. Looks like Winfield ended up with 12. And Mark Twain with 29 turnovers, and that's just way, 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 way too many if you're going to expect to win any game, much less a close game.
All right, our final scoring numbers for this one for Mark Twain in defeat. Audrey Ross with 2 points, 5.9 night for Zoe Miller, 6 for Anna Echternacht, 8 for Emily Evans, 10 points for Elizabeth Trower, 10 for Anna Martin, 12 for Emma Ross, as she's the top scorer. For Mark Twain. For the Winfield Lady Warriors, they got 6 points from 3 different players, Elena Parr, Lily Boschert, and Rensley Davidson. 7-point night for Josie Bauer, 9 in the game for Katie Berry, and 21 for Chloe Kyman, as she's the leading scorer. She didn't score in overtime, but her 21 definitely a big part of this overtime victory for the Winfield Lady Warriors.
Yeah, congratulations to the Lady Warriors. I can't even tell you the last time they won a game in the Clopton tournament, but it's been a while. And like I said during the broadcast, they've made some stark improvements down there at Winfield and in the girls program. And they're in the GAC, so that's a whole different bear down there. But playing up here, they can be competitive. They play defense hard, man.
Yes,
and you play defense the way they play defense, you're going to be in a bunch of games. And they were able to come away with the upset tonight by the final score of 55-53 in overtime.
All right, we've got more basketball coming up for you from the old gym as the Silex Lady Owls, the 5-seed, take on the 4-seed Elsberry Lady Indians. That's just minutes away. We'll start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show. Sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, 2 games down here on opening night, 2 to go. Over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, Marianne has number 2 seed Clopton against number 7 seed Wright City. And we've got the number 5 seed Silex Lady Owls against the 4 seed Elsberry Lady Indians. And this one should be interesting. I know Silex likes to play with pace, and Elsberry likes to slow pace. So we'll see what this Lincoln County battle has in store for us.
Well, you mentioned it. Elsberry likes to play defense, and in that defensive mindset, it controls tempo and pace of the game, and they're probably going to make things kind of rough on the old Silex Owls defensively tonight. And we'll see if the young Owls, they come in with a young club, got a couple of seniors this year, and Lexi Plackmeyer is probably their returning leading scorer. So we'll see how they handle this defensive pressure that Elsberry is going to employ.
Silex has some size, some skill, and I think anyone can contribute in this lineup. But again, the big test is going to be getting past that Elsberry defense. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your keys to the game after this on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Took that hot dog down.
Yeah. My microphone was up over my head, and no one wants to hear what's coming out the top of my head. Our keys to the game, mid bracket matchup, 4-5 matchup between Elsberry and Silex. And what do you do if you're these two teams in this ball game?
Well, again, Silex has had some COVID issues, I think, down there. So when you're looking at their record, you don't know really how many games they played at full strength. I know they lost to Winfield in a game earlier this year. And then when you compare Elsberry taking a pretty good Clopton team to 5 overtimes, when you start trying to compare, you would think the advantage would go to Elsberry. But again, you don't know. You look at Sarah Gradicke and Plackmeyer, you got some size. Julia Gradicke's back. She was hurt last year, didn't play a whole lot at all. So that's
a whole lot of height.
Yeah, so they've got some people that can play, and the challenge for Silex for the last couple of years has been making baskets.
Yes,
you got to make baskets. Your shooting skills, and so we'll have to see if they've improved any, and if they have, they'll be able to stay in this game. May give Elsberry a run for the money. If not, Elsberry's defense may just gobble them up. We'll just have to see.
Those are our keys to the game. We'll have starting lineups for you next on Eagle 102.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Happy New Year from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Before we get into our starting lineups, an update from the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Clopton in the first quarter out to a 17-2 lead on number 7 seed Wright City. So Clopton taking care of business there to start that ball game, already up by 15.
Yeah, Wright City, according to all the records we've hunted for, they've only played 2 games. Their program's been down over the last several years, and looks like Clopton is going to do what everyone expected and take care of business over in the high school gym.
All right, our starting lineups for this one. First for the 5 seed Silex Lady Owls. They're coached by Musial Award winner Sabrina O'Haran. They'll start a sophomore, number 1, Rita Thurman. Number 11 gets a start, sophomore Maddie Hall. Senior, number 14, Julia Granicke gets a start. Another senior, number 23, Lexi Plackmeyer. And a sophomore, number 25, Sarah Granicke. So again, it's Thurman, Hall, Granicke, and Plackmeyer for the Lady Owls. For the number 4 seed Elsberry Lady Indians, they're coached by Carrie Koch Dow. They'll start a 5'9 junior, number 4, Peyton Robinson. Sophomore at 5'3, number 10, Candace Dow. Number 12, a 5'7 senior, Kylie Kinsler gets a start. 5'8 sophomore, Mackenzie Gladney. She wears number 15. And number 20, a 5'9 junior, Kelsey Flasterer. So again, it's Robinson, Dow, Kinsler, Gladney, and Flasterer for the Elsberry Lady Indians. And congratulations to the Koch Dowls as they're expecting a son sometime in the near future.
Lots of pregnant coaches running around that, isn't there?
This tournament is just full of them right now. Hopefully we've seen all of them so far. I don't think there's any big announcements that are going to be made the rest of the week.
I would hope not.
We're just about ready to tip off this ball game between Elsberry and Silex. Again, we didn't have any introductions or an anthem here in the old gym before the first game, so I guess we're going to get right down to business.
I believe that's been the modus operandi over here through the years. They have a PA system, but maybe they just don't want to use it, huh?
Yeah.
Too much of a pain to get it out, huh?
You know, they had a wire. I think the wireless mic might be the issue over here. I don't know.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't work. No batteries. No batteries.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah. They're talking. Well, they were talking about the restraining line. That I guess they're not playing it. Is it what this official said? I'm gonna make the defender back away. But to me, that doesn't make any sense because the inline is so close to the walls. I mean, your big old boats would barely fit in there. And if you step across that inline and aren't playing the restrictive line, the retaining line, it's a violation. So I don't know. Maybe
and then throw in the social distancing aspect of the whole thing.
I'm pretty sure Based on the defense that Winfield played in the first game, social distancing is out the window.
Yeah. It worked for them.
That it did.
As they won in overtime. Well, we're ready for action, and it'll be Gradicke jumping center against Plaster for Elsberry. Elsberry wins the toss, and we're underway. With it in the backcourt for Elsberry is Candace Dow. Dow having a little trouble, gets it to the middle of the floor and has her pass intercepted by Gradicke for the Lady Owls.
This game starts like the last game with a turnover.
That it does. Here's Rita Thurman. Lobs it across court for Lexi Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer to the near corner now for Kate Kinsey.
Little 1-3-1 trap by Elsberry.
Here's Julia Gradicke. That's who I incorrectly called Kinsey a minute ago, but the shot up and good. Was that Maddie Hall?
Sarah Gradicke.
Okay. And Silex takes the early lead in this ball game. Back the other way is Elsberry. A little trouble at the baseline. Kick it out to the near corner. Here's a three from the near spot. That shot offline. Put back, though, on a reverse layup is good for Candace Dow. She ties the game at 2.
Full court pressure by Elsberry. A little 2-2-1 trap this time.
Lob pass into the front court as Silex tries to set things up. Work it down to Gradicke. Turnaround shot through the lane is partially blocked, and we're going to have a foul.
It's like Peyton Robinson with the foul, her first.
And the team's first, and to the line for the first time is Sarah Gradicke. She'll shoot 2.
She looks like she goes about 6 foot. We don't have any heights on Silex.
A little long on the first. And the game stays tied at 2.
Plaster's 5'9", Robinson's 5'9" for Elsberry.
Second shot, that one off the mark as well, and the rebound picked up by Kinsler for Elsberry. Pass into the backcourt for Plaster. She changes direction, goes across the circle at center court, and now angles to the near side through double coverage. Pass into the corner now for Kinsler. And what do we have? Was she out of bounds? She was.
On the sideline, yeah. Second turnover of the game.
And a quick second to retie the shoes for Candace Dow.
Still full court pressure by Elsberry.
Thurman in the backcourt gets it up for Maddie Hall. Back to Rita between the circles for Silex. Long pass near corner. Here's a 3. That one is just off the mark, and the rebound comes out to Kelsey Plaster. She tries to go full court and has her pass intercepted at the last second. And what do we have? Foul against Elsberry.
Yeah, we did. Turnover and a foul. That's insult to injury on Kinsler, her first, team second.
Played nearly 2 minutes. We've got 2 points each side. Thurman in the backcourt for Silex with some speed. A little gallop to her step there. She gets past the defense. Lob pass near side. Too tall for Julia Gradicke, out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Elsberry Lady Indians.
First turnover of the game for the Owls.
Silex in their road greens trimmed in black and white. Elsberry in their home whites trimmed in red and black. Everyone has to have black, and that pass in the backcourt is well offline.
Kylie Kinsler freaked out in the backcourt and threw it into the locker room. Fourth turnover for Elsberry.
About 3 feet out of the reach of Peyton Robinson. And the turnover gives it back to Silex. Lob pass on the inbound is taken away by Robinson. And she'll take it up for Plaster. Kelsey has trouble. Kind of got her foot stuck on the floor a little bit there and lost control out of bounds.
Got a little body contact from the Silex defender, but couldn't handle it off her foot out of bounds.
Here's Rita Thurman in the backcourt. Lob pass gets him into the offensive end. Here's Hall. Maddie, a little floater, a little long. And the rebound pulled down this time by Candace Dow for Elsberry. She's across the line, passing to the 14-foot range, and that shot is up and good.
Kinsler with the bucket.
And Elsberry with their first lead. Silex quickly back the other way, and the ball knocked away from Julia Gradicke out of bounds. It'll stay with Silex. And who's going to trigger it? It'll be Plackmeyer to trigger the inbound for the Lady Owls. In the midst of the Elsberry cheerleaders, she gets it to Julia Gradicke. Gradicke gives it back to Lexi in the near corner. Bottom out the three, now trying to drive baseline. A couple of spin moves. Forces up a shot, it's blocked, and the rebound pulled down by Elsberry. Back the other way quickly is Dow. And she travels. A pass went ahead to Kylie Kinsler. Kinsler couldn't set her feet as Silex picked up the pressure defensively.
Well, Silex wants to play fast, and right now they've got Elsberry in that mode, even though the score wouldn't indicate it.
Yeah. Hall, long pass ahead for Gradicke. She stops on the baseline, but the defense quickly picks up. Here's Hall from the baseline. Her shot no good, and a reach-in foul going to be called on Julia Gradicke on the rebound.
That'll be her first, and the first team foul on the Lady Owls. Julia Gradicke looks just like her mother, by the way.
In the backcourt with it is Kinsler. Pass gets across the line, now gets it back from Gladney. Near side, here's a three. That shot in and out, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Plackmeyer for the Owls.
Good rotation and look that time for Dow, just couldn't get it to drop.
Lexi takes her time getting across the line, no pressure from Elsberry. She comes near corner with it. Here's Gradicke, near corner, that shot no good. And the rebound again pulled down by Candace Dow, and then she's fouled by Sarah Gradicke.
Her first, team second. Silex kind of playing like Winfield, just shoot from wherever it will, man. Just if you're open, let it fly. Not a whole lot going in right now for either team, actually. A couple of subs in. Olivia Kinsler for Elsberry comes into the ball game. And Plaster returns as well for Indians.
Jenkins gets her pass ahead. And then falling down in a travel called against Elsberry as Plaster went to the floor. 7th
turnover first quarter. And we've only played half of the first quarter. Exactly 4 minutes to play. 4-2. Elsberry on top.
Abigail Mooney into the ball game as Maddie Hall takes a breather. Here's Thurman. Rita floater back for Mooney. Abigail back to Rita Thurman on the near point. They're just playing catch on the points. Now a three. That one's good. Splash it home for Abigail Mooney.
The freshman.
And Silex takes their first lead at 5-4.
Full court pressure by the Owls. 1-2-2, 1-2-1-1 zone.
Off the floor with it. Good move to step around by Flaster. Comes to the near corner with it. Pass back up top. Here's a three. Line's good. The shot's good. Peyton Robinson with a tray. Puts Elsberry back ahead at 7-5. 3:14 to go first quarter here from the old gym. Thurman near side for Gradicke. That's Julia. Gets it to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer uses her size to butt in, but can't hit the shot, and the rebound pulled down by Elsberry. Up the floor with it is Flaster. Loses control, and the ball picked up by Mooney. Abigail. It's done well since coming off the bench. Both ends of the floor. She has the ball right now for Silex. Gets it to Gradicke, and the ball knocked away from her and taken by Elsberry. Quick pass up the floor. That shot way high off the glass, no good. The rebound comes around, and that one's going to drop in for Flaster. Kind of a lucky bounce there, and puts Elsberry up by 4. 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Mooney with it. Into a double team, spins out of it, almost traveled. Gets it to Gradicke, now back up for Mooney. Mooney for Thurman on the near point. Near side, here's a three. That shot's way off the mark. Rebound off of Elsberry, out of bounds out the far side. They're going to say last touch, yeah, by Elsberry.
And one thing these high school teams need to understand that missed shots from the corner, 80% of them rebound exactly on the other side, and there was nobody home that time. And the Elsberry player that was standing there wasn't expecting it. It went off her hands and out of bounds.
Mooney to inbound. Where's she going to go with it? Into the corner, turnaround three. That one's in and out. Rebound right to Plackmeyer. Her shot's no good. Another rebound. This time it goes to Mackenzie Gladney for Elsberry, and she takes it up the floor. Drops it off for Abby Jenkins. Pass now for Kelsey Plasterer. Trying to find room, and it goes all the way down the hall to about the third classroom, I think.
Yeah, it's still going. I can see it.
Yeah, finally tracked down about a quarter mile away by Lexi Plackmeyer. And she makes her way back onto the floor with 1:37 to go. And the Owls trailing Elsberry by 4. Thurman near side. Gets it up to Tori Mudd. That shot from the center of the lane's no good. Rebound tipped around and grabbed by Elsberry. And Flaster just playing tough down there, grabbing a lot of loose balls.
She just got to take care of the basketball a little better.
Pass inside, a little happy feet there, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Elsberry.
Yeah, Kinsler, a 5'10 sophomore, not the strongest, physically strong yet. She'll get there. Got banged a little bit that time, couldn't hang on to it.
Thurman drops it off for Mooney. Mooney angles to the far side, bounce pass into the corner, and it's knocked away. Trying to connect with Tori Mudd, and it was knocked out by Jenkins for Elsberry. 59.5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Our coverage of the Clopton tournament brought to you all week long by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent. That shot good off the glass for Sarah Gradicke. She's got 4, and it's a 2-point game.
And she's fouled. See who they called the foul. Looks like they're going to get Kinsler, her first.
That's on Olivia, third team foul, and that free throw is well off the mark, and she's 0 for 3. Long pass, and a nice little hug there. Plackmeyer and Tori Mudd helped them stay in bounds, didn't it?
That's for sure. It's called an assist.
Mudd with it in the far corner, and she's fouled. No, she travels. Turnover gives it back to Elsberry, up by 2 in the final 37 seconds of the first quarter.
Robinson and Dow return for Elsberry as Taya Williams in her first minutes, along with Mooney returning for the Owls.
Trouble in the backcourt, going the wrong way, and it's stolen away. Mooney to the hoop, she scores.
That's sweet looking play and sweet layup by Mooney.
She's got 5, and the game is tied at 9. Here in the final 15 seconds of the first quarter. More trouble for Elsberry, and we're going to have a foul whistled against the Owls with 12.7 on the clock. That's going to go against Mooney.
I like this Mooney player. She's, for a freshman, she's got some skills.
She's a spitfire, too.
She picks up her first foul.
Near side, down to 8 seconds. Elsberry can't get close to the basket right now, and now we're going to have another foul against Silex. That's on Tori Mudd, her first.
Nobody in the bonus yet, nobody near the bonus yet, so no free throws.
Little hip check there from Tori Mudd. With 1.7 seconds to go, fourth team foul. They get the 3 off at the buzzer, no good. And just like the first game here from the old gym, we go to the second, tied at 9. Silex and Elsberry. The 4-5 matchup in this Clopton Invitational continues next on Eagle 102.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
I'm liking this old gym action here in the 25th annual Clopton Invitational. Tied at 9 after one quarter. I've liked the strides that Silex has made since last season. Elsberry, their defense has been stellar. They just need to work on the offense a little sloppy on the offense.
Take care of the basketball. 9-9, exactly the same scores we had in the first game.
Exactly.
That's scary. Will we have overtime as well, huh? Kind of looking
no, I
like
think this
that.
one's going to be. I think this one's going to be decided in four
regulation.
quarters.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to that.
8 minutes on the clock. We're ready for quarter number 2 here from.
I'm leaving at the end of the regulation since you said that.
That works for me. See if we can get you an update from the high school gym, the Dale Miller Gymnasium, as we go along here. Silex with the ball to start the second quarter. There's Mooney. Acrobatic shot off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Elsberry. That's something they've done very well here. As that game's gone to halftime with Clopton leading Wright City 36-15. So not as big of a spread as the first game, but Clopton still in control of that 2-7 matchup.
Full court pressure again by the Owls.
Break it with Gladney getting across the line. The pressure doesn't stop, though, when they get across the line. Now they'll settle into a defense. 1-2-2. Over to the far side, Elsberry trying to work it into the corner now. Nothing there on the baseline, and just throwing it off a Silex player is Kinsler. It'll stay with the Indians with 7:18 to go in the half.
Pretty smart basketball play. It's using jail in the double team. Good off the defender's knee to keep possession.
Lob pass, gets it far side. Here's a three. It's well off the mark. Rebound out the other side. Plackmeyer knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay. Ooh, they say last touch by Elsberry.
Yeah, I think maybe Kinsler got her hand in there that time.
Turnover gives it to Silex with 7:07 to go in the half. Over to the far side, that's Mooney. Into the corner goes Plackmeyer. She gets the pass there. Trying to find the baseline. Nothing there. Gives it back to Abigail on the far point. Near point to Rita Thurlman. Skip pass. Here's Plackmeyer from the three-point line. Shot a little bit long, and the rebound pulled down by Kinsler for the Indians. Good pass through the lane. Shot blocked, however. Goes to the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up. And the arrow this time is going to favor Silex.
5 players on the floor after that loose ball. That's a coach's dream there.
Nothing bad can happen at the end of that scrum, right?
No, you got players hustling after the basketball. That's the way both of them coach it, I'll bet you.
Mm-hmm. Ball fake and a travel called against Tori Mudd. That gives it back to Elsberry with 6:31 to play in quarter number 2 here from the old gym. 25th Clopton Invitational. Still tied at 9. We played a minute and a half here in this quarter, and now a steal, and no, Mudd can't control it. Stays with the Lady Indians.
Or they're going to say it went off of Elsberry.
Really?
11th turnover of the first half.
So they said Mudd got the steal and then had it knocked away. All right, here's Thurman with it near corner. Back up top now for Mudd. Tori, her three ball misses everything and is pulled down by Kinsler for Elsberry. Kinsler hands it off for Candace Dow. Dow stops shy of the half-court line, now crosses it and gives a pass into the near corner for Kylie Kinsler. Kinsler has trouble with it. It's knocked out of bounds and will stay with Elsberry in a 9-9 game. Glad you're with us.
Well, we talked in the pregame about how Elsberry wants a low score and Silex had shooting issues, and it's come to pass.
That three ball from the near corner is no good, but Elsberry takes the rebound. Out the far side with it is Kinsler. Back up top now for Plaster. And that pass out of control.
Went right through the hands of Dow.
More substitutions as Coach Sabrina O'Haron really working her bench. Both these coaches aren't afraid to tinker with the lineup they have on the floor.
You don't say. Yeah, both games is the same way.
Yeah. Touch pass inside, goes to the floor and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Silex. Getting tough defense from Kylie Kinsler.
You know, sometimes, though, you can have too many people in the rotation. That was the argument about the Missouri Tigers last year. You're trying to play 10 people. You never get into the flow of the game. We haven't seen either one of these teams enough to really make a determination on that yet.
Blackmeyer, center of the lane for Maddie Hall. It's stripped from her, but coming out with it is Rita Thurlman. Far side, that's Abigail Mooney. Mooney, Plackmeyer for three. That's way too much on that shot from the corner.
Just fire at will from three-point range. I've never seen anything like it. Both games, it's been the same way.
I don't think she was even looking in the direction of the basket when she fired that one off. With the near side, or center of the floor is Candace Dow. To the near corner for Abby Jenkins. Back up top, another three. This one offline, and the rebound pulled down by Taya Williams. She gives it to Plackmeyer, who brings it up the floor. 3 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Neither team has scored. We're still tied at 9. We may go to the half tied at 9.
Oh.
Little hop there from Plackmeyer. With it on the near point now is Thurman. Thurman to the near side for Lexi. Lob pass in, tipped away and out of bounds. It's going to stay. Ooh, they're going to give it to Elsberry.
Elsberry in a little 3-2 zone that time. That gives the front defenders an ability to spread out and guard the wing. So Silex got to look for somebody from the top of the key.
Near side cut off. They get it across the line, but then it's taken away by Taya Williams. So Elsberry turns it over again. Here's Mooney for the Lady Owls. 9-9 game, 4:23 to play here in the second quarter. With it on the far side is Williams, back up top. Here's Mooney for three, offline. Rebound tipped all the way out to her, and she goes into the backcourt. It's over and back.
Well, they're going to say she possessed it before she got in the backcourt. That's the shot they need to take, though, from the head of the key against this zone. Mooney hit a three earlier and had a good look that time, just couldn't get it to go.
Dowell out, back into the ball game. Kelsey Flaster for Elsberry, and she has the ball as she crosses the line to set the offense. Near side now for Kinsler. Work it down low. Nothing there. They'll kick it back out. Here's a three. That's offline. Put back and a travel. Yeah, she traveled before that as Flaster couldn't set her feet properly.
Got a little bunny hop in there if she got that rebound. Wow, 14th turnover of the game.
Gives it back to Silex. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Over to the far side, Williams. Back up top for Mooney. Mooney near side. And they work it to the corner for Gradicke. Gradicke with it again. Both Gradickes in there. They get it down to Sarah. Has a little trouble getting it off the fingertips. Does get control just long enough to put that one in. She's got 6 points and Silex ahead. First 2 points of the second quarter. 11-9. Lady Owls lead Elsberry. 3:23 to play. And out of bounds on the far side is Kinsler.
Yeah, this pressure by Silex, kind of like Winfield did to Mark Twain, just got Elsberry out a little bit out of their comfort zone in terms of control.
Through the hands of Gradicke and taken away by Elsberry. Here's Flaster to the near side. She gets it back. Top of the key over to the far side, and they get to the corner. Trying to find some room going to the hoop. That shot no good for Jenkins. And the rebound taken away by the Lady Owls as Maddie Hall picks it up. Mooney across the line. To the near side for Hall. Back to Mooney. To Hall. That shot pass, I'm not sure exactly what that was. It goes out of bounds.
Well, I think it was a pass intended for Gradicke, but Gradicke was coming across the lane on the baseline and stopped about halfway, and the ball just went out of bounds.
Gives it back to Elsberry with 2:38 to play. 2-point game as the scoring is nearly completely dried up here in quarter number 2, and that's out of bounds, and another turnover back to the Lady Owls.
Addison Steele in for her first minutes for Elsberry.
Lob pass just too far for Gladney in front of that Silex bench.
16th turnover.
Here's Thurman, far side for Lexi Plackmeyer. They work it down to Gradicke. Her shot off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, put back no, but a foul will send Sarah back to the line for the third time.
Silex needs to get Plackmeyer untracked. She's not getting very many open looks right now, and if my memory serves me right, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she was their leading scorer last year.
The shot good. for the first time tonight from the free throw line for Sarah.
Elsberry's yet to shoot a free throw. Into the game is, number 22. I don't have that for Silex. You got a 22?
I do not. We'll have to find that.
I don't even have a program.
I had one. I can't find it.
That's problematic.
That shot no good. So she hits 1 of 2. And back the other way quickly. Shot, Voigtlocked.
They're going to have to get a ball. There's nobody in this gym on the floor that can jump up and get that.
You don't think Sarah Gradicky can get up there?
Nope.
She acted like maybe she could. And there comes the
and
ball.
I guarantee you, none of these 3 officials can jump up in there and get it.
Not anymore.
Get Coach Larry Logman out there. He can probably still jump up there and get that bad boy.
He might not even have to jump. Just reach on up. From the near corner, this shot is offline. And the rebound taken by Elsberry. Turnaround hits the bottom of the rim. And this time Silex gets it. Thurlman puts on the brakes. Boy, that
she did.
That foot was glued.
I mean, slammed the brakes on. How she kept from traveling is beyond me.
Must have a lead weight in the toe of that shoe. Up top with it to Gradicky. Far side for Maddie Hall. Maddie Hall over to Lexi Plackmeyer. Her 3 this time is good. Shoot enough of them, one it's bound to go in.
Right on cue, huh?
And it's a 15-9 lead. 6 points, biggest lead of the night for the Silex Lady Owls. And more pressure coming. They break it this time. Here's Flaster to the baseline. That shot forced up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rita Thurman for Silex. I think Elsberry just gripping the ball a little too tight right now.
Without a doubt.
That pass through the fingertips of Thurman back to Elsberry. Turnover with 1:06 to go. 6-point lead for the Owls.
Ooh, in and out they come. Alyssa Love's in for the first time for Elsberry.
Up the floor with it is Dowell. Cross-court pass. A little bunny hop there. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul. And that's going to be against Plackmeyer, and that's lucky because Silex was going the other way.
Just her first foul, 6th. 15 foul.
Elsberry gets it on top for Dowell. She dribbles it all the way to the far side, now back between the circles. Looks to Coach Carrie Koch Dowell for further instruction, gives it off to Flasterer. Kelsey up top, and she's fouled by Thurman. And now
it's her first.
And we still have one more before the bonus.
Oh, yeah.
44.5 seconds to go. Kelsey Flasterer with it. Gets it to Dowell. She tries to get to the baseline, kicks it off, middle of the lane, shot good, and a foul. Acrobatic there from Kylie Kinsler, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Against the much bigger player. I believe it was Gradicky. We'll see who they called it on. It was Gradicky, her second. Sarah.
First player on either side with multiple fouls. And a chance to make this a 3-point game here with 33.3 seconds to go in the first half.
Taya Williams and Julia Gradicky return for the Lady Owls.
And she hits the free throw. She's got 5 points already in this ball game. Here's Thurman with it in the backcourt. Through Plackmeyer to Gradicky. Gradicky has her pass taken. It would have been a backcourt violation anyway. That shot too hard off the glass. Rita Thurman, the rebound off the miss by Kinsler. They work it up. Williams can't handle it and then hits the wall awkwardly. She's okay, but the turnover gives it back to Elsberry.
Fast and furious. That's being kind. It's wild.
Yeah. Go for a sequel, Too Fast, Too Furious. Another turnover. Plackmeyer gets the errant pass. Her shot off the glass is good. Good body control there for Plackmeyer to get the jumper from the center of the lane. Elsberry back up the floor. Here's Flaster. Shot hits the bottom of the backboard, and that's it. 2 quarters in the books. We've reached the half with Silex leading the number 4 seed Elsberry Lady Indians 17-12. We'll take a break, come back with a halftime report after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Interesting second quarter, went forever without scoring a single point, over half the quarter, and then Silex kind of explodes. Outscores Elsberry 8-3 in the quarter, and leads this ball game by 5 after 2. Very nice showing for Silex. Elsberry has some issues offensively, as they are turnover prone once they try and set things up.
Well, the turnovers are bad for both sides. It's very competitive. They're playing very hard, but it's just pretty ugly basketball right now. As neither team having much luck with their shooting. We don't have shot charts. The shooting statistics percentages would be shocking, I'm sure. But Elsberry's turned it over 17 times, and Silex has turned it over 12.
Wow!
All in the first half. So, and the score 17-12.
Yeah, that's not too much scoring, especially.
Anytime you have the same number of turnovers in a game as you have points scored in a game, that's not a good thing. But it's competitive, and we're going to have a winner.
Oh, we are, and I think it kind of this is a conference game. Two conference teams, two rivals. just down the road from each other. You're gonna kind of have this where it's physical. Yeah. It's a little sloppy, and I think the second half it's going to be they're going to tighten up. We saw it in the first game. The turnovers really slowed down as the game went on, and that game reached overtime. I don't think we're going to have that in this one, but it should be. I'd say less than a handful at the end between these two teams.
Well, the other thing about it is you've got two teams that like to get after it. And it's, as you said, similar to the first game. When you're in this small gym and you're packed in these tight quarters rather than the big floor over in the high school gym, that just adds to it because you want to press. Both teams want to press because it's a lot easier to trap because there's not as much room. And that turns into multiple turnovers if you've got a team that's not prepared to handle that. And the empirical evidence in the first half would be that neither team was prepared to handle that at this point.
Exactly. Our coverage this week on Eagle 102 from the 25th Clopton Invitational is brought to you by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, One Multi-Sports Complex, also by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynch Heritage House, Orf Construction, and Pow Pow Cattle Farm and Fencing. We'll have more, including our first half scoring for you after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
I've never seen a camera person get their hair done between quarters before, but that's happening right next to us here as April's doing Liv's hair. All right, through 2 quarters over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, actually probably getting into the nitty-gritty of the third quarter. Clopton leads that game over Wright City 48-19. Mariana on the call there from the Dale Miller Gymnasium here on KJFMradio.com. Here through 2 quarters, it's Silex 17, Elsberry 12, and our first half scoring numbers look like this for start with Elsberry.
They're led by Kylie Kinsler with 5, 3 for Peyton Robinson, and 2 each for Candace Dow and Kelsey Plaster. They were 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And as we said, they turned it over 17 times for the Lady Owls. They're led only 3 players in the scoring column, led by Sarah Gradicke with 7 and 5 each for Lexi Plackmeyer and Abigail Mooney. The Owls did hit 2 threes, Mooney with 1, Plackmeyer with 1. Elsberry had 1 3 by Peyton Robinson, and they both shot a multitude of threes. 12 turnovers for the Lady Owls, and they were 1 for 5 from the free throw line in that first half. So even game, and we'll see how it plays out here in the second half.
Really kind of excited about the freshman Mooney. She came off the bench and really kind of solidified the offense there for a bit for Silex, and she doesn't do too bad defensively either.
Yeah,
so
she played with some composure against some pressure, as a freshman hitter. You hit your first shot. She hit her first shot, a three-pointer. Boy, that really boosts your confidence, and Coach O'Haron left her in the game pretty much from that point forward, with the exception of a short break to catch your breath. And that's a freshman making an impact. As I said, Lexi Plackmeyer, she needs to get on track. She did score 5 late in that second quarter. And for Elsberry, they just got to take care of the basketball.
Yeah.
You can't. They're on a pace for 34 turnovers in this game, and you don't beat anybody with 34 turnovers. And so I'm sure that Coach Coke Dow is having that conversation with her guards right now in particular to take care of the basketball in this second half.
All right, the early games, Monroe City beat Louisiana 81-13. Mark Twain fell to Winfield 55-53 in overtime, so the 6th seed with the upset there over the 3 seed. That sets up what mostly likely will be a 7-3 matchup in the semifinals here in the old gym on Wednesday, Wright City and Mark Twain. And Clopton will take on Winfield in the late game from the Dale Miller Gymnasium. The winner of this game will take on it's a treat, something for your effort. So they'll take on the top seed, Monroe City, in the semifinal. That's the early game on Wednesday. And the team that finishes on the downside of the ledger will take on Louisiana here at 5:30 on Wednesday in the old gym. In that matchup, tomorrow starts the boys tournament as the old gym features 2 games, of course. The 5:30 game, number 2 seed Winfield against number 7 seed Elsberry. Number 4 seed Louisiana takes on number 5 seed Wright City in the late game here in the old gym. The new gym 5:30 game is number 1 seed Monroe City against number 8 seed Silex, and number 3 seed Clopton takes on number 6 seed Mark Twain at 7 o'clock. in the new gym tomorrow, the Dale Miller Gymnasium. So that's what's on tap tomorrow in boys opening round play. We still have half to go here in the ladies opening round. Silex leads Elsberry 17-12 as we head to the third quarter on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Plaster with a 3-ball after the shot at the other end was missed by Silex. So 17-15 our score as Elsberry is pulled right back into this ball game. Silex ball underneath the basket, and the shot off the glass for Plackmeyer is good. Lexi Plackmeyer with a pair gives her 7. And here comes Elsberry back at the floor. Pass tipped out of bounds. And the last touch, they say, by Mackenzie Gladney. Turnover gives it back to the Owls.
Elsberry just needs to slow it down about a half step and take care of the basketball. I sound like a broken record.
Into the corner now for Gradicke. That's Julia. Passes out to Lexi Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer. Skip pass all the way to the near side for Maddie Hall. Maddie Hall, headshot. Well offline and right into the hands of Candace Dow for Elsberry, and then the pass tipped by Thurman out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Indians. Just over a minute into this third quarter.
Yeah, Hall's shot was partially blocked on the other end.
And with it is Dow. Bounce pass to the far side. Here's Plasterer. And her three is good again. She's come off or out of the locker room smoking hot from three-point lane.
Well, they've taken her out of the point guard position and moved her to the shooting guard, and she's drained 2 so far, and we've got to travel.
Yeah, that's Maddie Hall. Called for the walk there as she tried to do a ball fake. And it's a 1-point game, 19-18. Silex still in the lead. But Elsberry has it. That pass almost surprised Robinson in the backcourt. Turnaround shot, that's no good. And the rebound out of bounds, it's going to stay with Elsberry. As there were 3 Owls there, none of them could corral it.
A couple good passes that time by Elsberry as they broke the press but couldn't convert it at the bucket.
They work it in. Here's a 3 from the corner. That's well too long, and the rebound pulled down by Maddie Hall. Hall back across the time stripe, sets the offense. Long pass into Sarah Gradicke. She had to try and get herself under control to get control of it, and
looked up, she was in a triple team.
Yeah, exactly. Ball taken away. And here comes Elsberry. With it is Kinsler into the corner, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Silex.
Second time in this game, Kinsler's dribbled into a double team and thrown it off the defender's knee. Tori Mudd comes in, and Maddie Hall will take a seat for the Owls.
With it is Kinsler. Back up top now for Dowell. Here's another 3. That one's just off the mark for Plaster.
He's online, just a little short.
5:46 to go, third quarter here from the old Clopton gym. Here's Gradicke with it, and that shot for Sarah's off the glass and in. Back to a 3-point advantage for Silex. In the backcourt, Robinson's pass ahead. Gets it to Dow. Dow, pass across, that's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Elsberry with 5:25 to play.
Mackenzie Gladney caught that ball and didn't even look. Just she thought she knew where the player was going to be. Just turned and passed it. Got to take that extra tick to pay attention where you're throwing the basketball.
Blackmeyer cuts off the move from the baseline. They work it back up top now for Robinson. Robinson hands it off for Candace Dow over to the far side. Dow Back up top now for Plaster. 2 down into the corner now. So everything's on the perimeter. Plaster almost took that 3 again. Center of the lane now. Kicks it out. Here's a 3 from the near side. That's off the mark. Rebound tipped around and finally grabbed by Gradicke. And Sarah Hansen off for Lexi Plackmeyer.
Robinson had a good look that time from the corner. Just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Lexi. Starts a run over to the far side and almost dropped out of bounds by Tori Mudd. Gets it to Rita Thurman. Thurman with 4:41 to play in the third quarter. Gradicke back to Thurman. That shot no good. The rebound pulled down by Kylie Kinsler. And then we're going to have a foul against the Owls. And that's against Thurman. A little frustration there at the miss.
Yeah, her second. Team's first.
Plaster and a full flip for Lexi Plackmeyer.
A blocking foul. Man, that was close. She just about got there. Took a pretty tough hit for her efforts, too.
She's tough.
As you said, full 3 sticks on the roll.
With it on the far side, Elsberry, and the ball knocked around out of bounds. It's going to stay with it, the Indians. No, they're going to say Silex ball.
I'm not sure anybody in the gym knew who that was off of because it hit about 4 different people.
Carrie Koch-Dow did.
So she says.
You can tell by the look on her face.
What, did you think she was going to say it was Silex's ball?
Well, the look on her face said she believed it.
I refereed long enough to know the coach always thinks it's their ball.
Near side turnaround shot. Plackmeyer's no good. She loves to shoot the ball. Back the other way with it is Robinson. Into the corner. They'll work it to the baseline. Shot off the glass. Good, and a foul. That's Mackenzie Gladney. Her first 2 points of the night and a chance to tie the game.
Caught it, didn't even jump, and just with arm strength got it on the glass and it went in.
Foul is the second on Tori Mudd. And the free throw ties the game. She completes the 3-point play, and we're tying at 21 here in the third quarter. Past the midway point of the quarter. And here is Mooney with it. Abigail gets down to Taya Williams. Back to Abigail Mooney. Off the fingertips of Thurman and out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Silex, they say.
Well, Kinsler went after it. And I think she just touched it right at the last minute.
It had to be the absolute last second. Mudd gets it into Mooney, and a late 5-second call. That was a full second after she got rid of the ball that they blew the whistle.
Yeah, you count to 5, then sometimes you try and be generous about it.
With it is Blaster in the back court. Now they get across the line for Kylie Kinsler. Kinsler tries to drop it off down low, straight out of bounds. Couldn't connect with Peyton Robinson. Carrie Koch-Dow is lobbying a lot.
She is. Hope she doesn't have that baby.
3:35 to play. I bet the baby would come out arguing the call too. There's a reach-in foul called against the Indians, and that's on number 4, Peyton Robinson.
Yeah, we had a little bit of flow going there for about a minute and a half.
Yeah, we did. Here's a 3. That's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Elsberry. Robinson back toward the line to the near side now for Dow. To the floor, and I'm going to say just went out of bounds. Last touch by Silex.
Yeah, they've got Plaster back at the point. They need to get her to the wing. That's where she's most comfortable shooting the 3 ball.
3:15 to play in the third quarter. There they go with it to the far side now for Candace Dow. Dow all the way out between the circles. To Plaster. 3 wasn't there. Gets it down to the low block. Shot off the glass. Couldn't sneak it over the rim. Put back, no. And flailing out of the pileup is Peyton Robinson, and I think she's going to head to the line to shoot a pair.
She is. She had 2 good looks from point blank range. Couldn't get them to go, and now she'll get a couple of opportunities from the free throw line. Foul is on Mudd, her 3rd.
And the first shot is good. And that puts Elsberry ahead for the first time in a long time. Second shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Mooney for Silex. So a 1-point lead for Elsberry, 22-21. 5 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Opening round action from the Clopton Invitational, 25th edition. Started this in 1997. Now the ball goes to the floor. Here's Plackmeyer, gets it back to Torrey Mudd. Mudd tried to go baseline and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a pass. Tried to pass it, and nobody home.
Turnover gives it back to Elsberry with a 1-point lead.
Abby Jenkins in, Robinson out for the Indians.
Oh, there's a steal for Plackmeyer. Gets it ahead for Mooney. Mooney is mugged on her way up, and she'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Foul going to be whistled on Kylie Kinsler, her second.
Ooh, hard foul there, too. Kinsler's second.
Mooney's first trip to the line.
Well, let's see what kind of stroke this freshman has from the free throw line. Looks pretty solid.
Yep, ties the game at 22. And a timeout taken by Silex. 2:40 to go, 22 all. Silex and Elsberry doing bad on the opening round of the Clopton tournament on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Favorite number up on the board, 22-22. 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Opening round action from this Clopton Invitational. Good game in the first one here in the old gym. That one went to overtime. Winfield outlasted Mark Twain 55-53. Monroe City a winner. And it looks like Clopton going to be a winner over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, which will relegate Wright City and Louisiana into the consolation side of this tournament.
Well, we expected two good games, and we've got exactly that here in the old barn, if you will.
It's definitely barn-esque. It was very warm in here to start. Now it's get a little chill in here. That shot no good, so she hits 1 or 2. Maybe got iced by the timeout.
I would guess that's probably right.
So a tie game. To the near side, Elsberry with it. Dowell dribbles along the three-point line to the far side. Now they work it down to the low blocks. Kick it near side for Abby Jenkins. Jenkins' shot is good. Little mid-range jumper there. Now Silex facing some pressure in the backcourt. Broken by Isom. And gives it to Taya Williams. Williams has it knocked out of bounds with 2:08 to go to stay with the Owls here late in the third quarter.
Sarah Gradicke will return. Taya Williams will take a seat.
Plackmeyer to inbound from the end of her own bench. Gets it back up for Torrey Mudd. Mudd, here's a three for Mooney from the corner. It's a little short. Rebound comes out the far side. Plackmeyer tips it out of bounds away from Abby Jenkins. It's going to be Elsberry ball.
Good hustle by Jenkins and Plackmeyer.
Yeah, they leave it all out there, don't they?
No question about it. Both games have been the same way.
Dribbling around the defenders is Dow. Gets it back to Kelsey Plaster. Near side, here's a three. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Plackmeyer, and then she's fouled from behind. Whistle that against Mackenzie Gladney.
Got to be her first. Team's second, or check that third. Thurman back into the game for, yeah, it was Maddie Isom will take a seat. Isom also a freshman.
Yep. Thurman gets it in, ahead to Mudd. Torrey breaks pressure, goes all the way down to the baseline, then travels.
Fifth turnover of the half, 17th of the game on the Owls.
She wanted that cross the lane pass there and saw a defender at the last second. Turns it over. With it is Plaster on the far side. Almost stepped out of bounds over there. And now a reach-in foul going to be called against the Owls.
I believe they're going to call that on Mooney, her second. Well, both these teams, if I was going to say anything coaching-wise for them, is when they get the ball, kind of turn and take a look and see what you've got. If you notice, they just grab it and they take off going, and they don't have any idea what they're about to run into.
That Clopton game is over. The Lady Hawks win that one 59-27 over Wright City.
Plaster misses a three from the corner.
And we're back the other way. Here's Abigail Mooney with it on the far point. Now travels between the circles. Thurman, lob pass to Sarah Gradicke. Gradicke across the lane to Plackmeyer, who finishes. We're tied at 24. Lexi Plackmeyer has 9.
Under a minute to play in the third.
Elsberry crosses the line with speed to the baseline. Here's a long two. That shot no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Owls with 45.6 seconds to go.
Got the coaches almost standing side by side here. Can't tell which coach is hollering at which player.
Pass tipped and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Silex as Kinsler kind of measured that one up and then realized, oh my goodness, I'll end up in the third row if I try and get that.
Yeah, she made it almost to the second as it was.
Here's Mooney. Off that inbound pass, down to 33 seconds to play in the quarter. And just losing control with it is Thurman. Plaster back the other way. Shot no good. Rebound no. And Rita Thurman going to pick up her third personal to prevent an easy 2 points. It was a 3-on-1.
You could see that foul coming from 74 feet away.
That'll send Gladney to the line. Has to redo the ponytail before she accepts the ball from the referee. 24 all. First shot. We're still tied. Misses the first. And now the second. See if she can put Elsberry ahead. Shot up. And it is good. Drops right on in to make it 25-24. She's 2 of 3 from the line. Long pass ahead. Thurman cross court. Gradicke didn't take the charge. Gets it back to Plackmeyer. Her shot rims out. Put back, no, but a foul. Going to send Rita Thurman to the line. Still looking for her first point of the night.
That she is. She'll get 2 free throws here. Foul is going to go against Gladney, her second.
25-24, Elsberry leads. So we draw close to the end of the third quarter. And the first shot ties the game.
Nothing but net there. Robinson and Kinsler return, as does Hall for the Owls.
That's what you got to do at this end of the floor, nothing but net. Second shot for Thurman. That one off the back iron and out. Rebound tipped around and pulled down by Kylie Kinsler. Down to 8 seconds. Across the line with it is Robinson. 6 on the clock. Here's the shot up on the far side. No good. Well, they get a put back. Shot's no good, but Thurman going to pick up her 4th personal. That is not good news with 0.6 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And also the 7th team foul, so Elsberry will shoot free throws from here on out. Jenkins will get 2 here.
And the first shot's no good. Jenkins just 2 points tonight. Those came here in this third quarter. And the second shot breaks the tie and will give Elsberry the lead at the end of 3. 26-25, the Lady Indians lead the Lady Owls. We head to the 4th here from the opening round of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Heading to the fourth quarter here from Clopton High School, opening round of the Clopton Invitational. And a nice routine. Elsberry always has a nice cheer squad.
12 or 13 cheerleaders. There's so many of them I can't count them. They're moving around on me.
Well, there's so many of them that they have to split up.
Well, there's 6 over there, 2, 4, 6 over here. So let's go with 12.
Yeah, that's a good estimate, Mr. Banker.
I'm having brain issues, man. I'd be glad I can count to 3.
26-25 our score after 3 quarters. Elsberry leading Silex, and Elsberry has the ball to start the fourth. Plaster to the far side. Skip pass to the near side. Here's Kelsey for 3. That's short. Had a good line again. Plackmeyer the rebound for the Owls. Lexi has kind of a snarl going as she brings the ball up the floor. That's probably not good news for Elsberry. Gets it to the near side now for Abigail Mooney. Mooney to the corner. Here's Gradicke for 3. In and out. No good. Put back. That's Sarah Gradicke with the easy 2. And she's into double figures with 11.
Right where she needs to be, underneath the basket with a good offensive rebound put back.
Elsberry works it around. They get it back to the offensive end. Here's a 3 near side. That one's off the mark. Plackmeyer has the rebound go off her fingertips, and then a tie-up. It's going to go to Silex, I believe, on the alternating arrow.
Yeah, it will.
7:09 to go, fourth quarter. They get it into Lexi. Long pass ahead to Julia Gradicke. Gradicke hands it off for Abigail Mooney. Mooney from the far point. Gets it down low. Finds a wide open Maddie Hall for her first 2 points of the night. And Silex is up by 3.
With the left hand, no less.
29-26. What's wrong with the left hand?
Nothing.
Okay.
Now that one's right-handed, though.
Punted out of bounds by Plackmeyer. With 6:45.
The old drop kick into the half of the Elsberry cheerleaders.
Plaster hands it off. Almost a double dribble or carry there. Gives it back to Kelsey between the circles. Bounce pass to Kinsler. Kylie. Not much room right now for Elsberry. To the near side now for Plaster. Back up and around to Kinsler. Kinsler tries to go out of the baseline, and she's blocked by Sarah Gradicke.
Elsberry needs to get somebody in the high post and get a little inside out going on to free things up.
Here's Julia Gradicke. Gets it down to Maddie Hall. Hall finds a little space. Shot partially blocked and taken away by Elsberry. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Silex has opened up a 3-point lead after trailing by 1 after 3 quarters. Here to the near side, it's Kinsler. Her shot offline, put back is good off the glass for Peyton Robinson.
Robinson by herself on the opposite side of the basket that time for the putback.
Plackmeyer up the floor for the Owls. Over to the far side now for Julia Gradicke. Gradicke back to Lexi. Back up top now for Abigail Mooney. Mooney. Corner, here's the 3. That one's good. Splash it down for Julia Gradicke. Her first 3 points tonight. And it's a 4-point lead, 32-28. Silex leads it here in the fourth quarter. And they're looking for the kill shot. Now a double dribble called against Plaster.
Subs in and out again. Looks like Tori Mudd returns, as does, let's see, Dow and Olivia Kinsler for Elsberry.
Here's Gradicke to the near side. Plackmeyer back up through Mooney. Now for Tori Mudd. Mudd in the corner. Plackmeyer from inside 3 is a little bit long, and the rebound pulled down by Candace Dow. Little pace here from Elsberry. Dow with it again, with Mooney all over her. Far side for Robinson. In trouble, gives it back to Dowell. Spin move to the near side for Abby Jenkins. Jenkins center of the lane. They'll kick it back out. Robinson, one of the three, couldn't get the ball under control. Now the shot no good and a foul.
Well, that time they got it in the high post and kicked it out, and Robinson had a wide open look, just didn't handle the pass cleanly. As I said, that's what they need to do. And actually it could work for Silex as well with Gradicke in the high post.
Mm-hmm. And the first shot's good for Kinsler. She's got 6 points. Just over 4 minutes to go, 4:27 to be exact. And the shot goes as well, and it's a 2-point ball game. So Kinsler, nice stroke.
She's perfect from the line at 3 for 3.
Pass in to Sarah Gradicke. Gradicke's return pass is intercepted and out of bounds on the far side. You get so excited about getting the steal that Kinsler lost track of where the floor was. Hall triggers the inbound play, gets it to Tori Mudd. Mudd to the near side for Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer just hands it back to Abigail Mooney. Mooney going to run a little clock here. 4 minutes to go. Lob pass down to Sarah Gradicke, and it's knocked out of bounds. They said it went out clean off of Gradicke.
They forced that into the post. Gradicke was fronted. They tried to throw it over the top, nothing doing.
Lob pass ahead into a double team. Now the ball goes to the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up called by the official coming in from the backside.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say if that was ever tied up or not.
Yeah. Backcourt with it, Elsberry. They had it on the alternating arrow. Here's Dowell with it, and her pass gets away, taken away. Mooney, long pass ahead to Hall. Hall can't get the first shot to go, got her own rebound. Put back is blocked, and a foul will send Maddie Hall to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, it's pretty physical in the paint these days.
That's why that first one is so much easier than the second or third
Ooh,
attempts.
we've had a bunch of shots missed from point-blank range, haven't we? Both sides. Foul was on Kinsler, her second.
Oh, she misses the first. Olivia Kinsler. With 3:36 to play here in the fourth, it's a 2-point ball game. Hall with one more opportunity, has 2 points tonight, and the second shot is short. Rebound pulled down by Elsberry. Blaster with it. Off the rebound by Kylie Kinsler. Kelsey over to the far side now for Peyton Robinson, gets it back. Goes between the circles to the near side for Abby Jenkins. Jenkins tries to work it to the low post, kick it back out. Plaster now far side for Robinson. Robinson couldn't find an option, gets it back to Plaster. She stops at the 3-point line and backs out.
Now a little control. That's I love it.
Here's Kylie Kinsler with it. Back for Abby Jenkins. Jenkins to the far side, tried to work it to that low post again. Readjusting, shot, rims out, no good, and the rebound this time pulled down by Plackmeyer, who's tripped up, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach O'Haron with 2:49 to play. The Lady Owls leading the Elsberry Lady Indians 32-30 here in the fourth on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Well, to solve the mystery from earlier, I think Taylor Howard, who's listed as 33, is wearing 22 tonight. That's been a while ago. We haven't seen her in a while.
So she's 22.
32-30 here in the fourth quarter. Silex leading Elsberry. This has been a close game throughout. All the action here in the old gym has been nice and tight.
That it has.
It'll be Silex ball after the timeout. And Mooney gets it in for Plackmeyer. Back to Mooney and out of her reach. And Plackmeyer a little upset with herself.
Yeah, she had some choice words for herself, didn't she?
Yeah. I'm hoping she was talking to herself, not the ball or anything else.
Yeah, that may have showed up on video.
Yeah. Over to the far side. That's why I like wearing a mask. That shot good. And it's a 3-ball for Plasterer.
Her third of the second half.
And it's a 1-point Elsberry lead. Over to the far side. Here's Julia Granicki. Back to Mooney now for Plackmeyer on the near point. Plackmeyer over to the far side. Here's Granicki. Pass tipped and taken by Elsberry, and they'll have a chance to add to their 1-point lead with 2:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. And a timeout taken by the Lady Indians. 33-32. They lead Silex. 2:08 to play here in the fourth quarter from the Clopton tournament on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Another good one here in the old Clopton gym, 33-32. Action already wrapped up in the Dale Miller Gymnasium with Monroe City and Clopton victorious over there. Louisiana and Wright City will go into the consolation brackets. Here it was a Winfield upset over Mark Twain in overtime, 55-53. And here it's an Elsberry 33-32 lead over Silex in a battle of Lincoln County teams.
Yeah, this was going down to the wire as well.
2:05 to play. Here's Plaster with it over to the far side now for Jenkins. Jenkins back up for Kinsler to the near side. Here's another three. Had a little English on that one. Ball goes to the floor and a foul going to be whistled as Gladney tried to go back up with one.
Silex getting beat on the defensive glass the last couple of times down. And that'll send Mackenzie Gladney to the line. She'll get 2 shots. Foul is on
Tori. No.
Thurman.
It's on Thurman. That's it.
Fifth.
Ooh. She'll finish her night with 1 point.
And let's see. As I said, Mackenzie Gladney, she'll go to the line and get a couple of shots.
Rita's asking, really? It was on me? And off the bench is Howard.
Got video review, right?
I guess I could go back.
Well, not here.
Yeah.
Well, we can find out.
Yeah.
We just can't tell anybody.
Yeah. Minute 54 to play. A chance to extend the lead from the free throw line. And the first one of the 1-and-1 is no good.
Oh, what a 2-shot foul, huh? Yeah.
Nope. Silex the rebound. With it is Tori Mudd. Mudd, little trouble in a double team. Gets it to Plackmeyer. Into the corner now for Mooney. And her pass is taken, but out of bounds. Last touch by Plaster.
Good defensive play by Plaster that time. Just couldn't corral it.
Julia Granicki comes back in for Taylor Howard. Minute 40 left in regulation. It's a 1-point game. And now a shot by Mudd is knocked out of bounds.
Actually going to call a foul, I believe.
I think on Peyton Robinson. Yeah.
Her third. Send Tori Mudd to the line. Better wait and make sure they say 2. Yep, they do.
It's actually the 4th on. No? I say it's the 1st. I don't know what they're saying on that scoreboard. First shot ties it up, regardless. That's the first point for Tori Mudd tonight. Second one to give Silex the lead. No, it's short, but the rebound is put back no good. That was Granicky, and now the ball knocked out. No, saved from going out of bounds. And I tell you what, Abigail Mooney just relentless in the backcourt. But they break the pressure. There's Plaster with it for Elsberry. On the far point now. Bounce pass taken by Mooney. Tries to go the other way. Shot too much on the finger roll there and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Silex.
Well, Dow got the rebound but lost her balance and fell out of bounds.
33-33, minute 9 to go in regulation.
Robinson and Granicky back in for their respective teams.
They finally got the fouls straightened out there. It was the fourth on Robinson earlier, and now timeout taken by Silex before the inbound play. Minute 9 to play here in regulation. We're all knotted at 33 in the opening round of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
33-33, Silex and Elsberry knotted here with just over a minute to go in the fourth quarter.
Here we go again.
I stick by my assessment. This one is not going to go to overtime.
We'll see.
109, Silex with the ball. It'll be Mooney to inbound underneath the basket. Bounce pass far side for Julia Granicky. Steps inside three. High arcing shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Mudd, and she traveled.
Yes, she did. Lost her balance a little bit on that drop step.
Howard comes back in for Julia Granicky with a minute 3 to play in regulation. Elsberry gets it in. We're under a minute. Couple of changes of direction. Gets Kinsler across the line. Tries to go all the way coast to coast. Floater no good. Rebound picked up by the Indians. That shot blocked by Sarah Granicky. And Silex does corral it in the corner. Plackmeyer and Mooney were fighting each other for it. Here's Plackmeyer to the corner. Here's a three. Mooney short. Rebound. And a foul comes in as Howard committed the foul and clotheslined herself in the process.
Well, there's an open shot by Moody, but I don't know if that's a shot you want with 38 or 9 seconds to go in the game in a tie game. You might want to work something a little closer. Now we'll see if Plaster can make a free throw, as that's actually the 10th team foul, so she will get 2.
Missed the first one. We're still tied. 33-33, 33.3 seconds to go.
Threes are wild.
Second shot. That one's good. Elsberry with a 1-point lead and a timeout taken by the Lady Indians. 33.3 seconds to go. Silex with the ball when we come back on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Free throw, 1 of 2 by Kelsey Plaster. The difference in this ball game, 34-33. Elsberry leading Silex here, getting late, down to 33.3 seconds to go. Our coverage from the Clopton Tournament brought to you all week by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's General Insurance Agency, McDinger's Restaurant, Northeast Missouri Title Company, also by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, and Alicia Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent.
One cool thing about where we're sitting, I can tell you what they're going to do defensively.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're going to try and force Silex to one side or the other, and they're going to come and trap with the – they're in a little 1-2-2 3/4 court zone, if you will.
Here's Mooney with a good ball handler. Starts at the top of the key in her defensive end. They do force her to the side, but she gets it to Plackmeyer. 1-point game from the free throw line. Plackmeyer has her pass rejected or forced down to the floor, and a foul committed by Sarah Gradicke, her third, and 2 shots coming the other way for Elsberry with 17.2 seconds to go. So not exactly how they drew it up, but it worked.
Just didn't get there in time for the trap, but actually a good defensive play to partially block that by Robinson, or Plackmeyer, or Plaster, I should say, to force the turnover.
First shot misses everything.
Well, get your composure, take a deep breath, and let her fly.
Peyton's second shot goes down. It's a 2-point game. Elsberry up by 2, 35-33, and an interception. And a push in the back by Julia Gradicke will send her back to the line. That's the second foul on Julia. And again, it'll be Peyton Robinson at the line shooting a pair.
She can actually put this game away if she makes 2 free throws.
Yep, 10.9 seconds to go. First shot, good. It's a 3-point game.
That's important, but this one's more important.
Second shot. That one's good. 4-point game, and I think Elsberry just sealed themselves a victory.
I agree with you. They're going to call a timeout with the Lady Owls.
We'll keep it here. Tell you that our coverage this week on Eagle 102 is brought to you from the Clopton Tournament by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, One Multi-Sports Complex. Also by Bowling Green Lumber Company, Lynn's Heritage House, Wharf Construction Company, and Powwow Cattle Farm and Fencing. Tomorrow night, boys opening round action. New Gym has Monroe City and Silex. That's the 1-8 matchup. And then Clopton against Mark Twain, the 3-6 matchup. That should be a fun one. The Old Gym at 5:30 is Winfield and Elsberry. That's the 2-7. And the 4-5 rounds out the night, Louisiana and the Wright City Wildcats. All the coverage here on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. Full coverage from both gyms. 37-33 is the Elsberry lead with just over 10 seconds to go, or just under 11 seconds, however you want to look at it. 37-33. Couple late turnovers by Silex have sealed their fate.
Yep. Now Elsberry's just got to play some defense, put up a little bit of resistance. Don't foul. Don't allow them to go to the line and try and score points without the clock running. You're going to be good to go.
Here's Mooney to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer. Shot, good, and a foul.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to count the bucket with 4.3.
So now you miss this one. Chase your rebound.
Or you make it and foul immediately.
Yeah,
4.3. All of a sudden, this game's a long way from being over.
37-35.
Got to make the free throw first, though.
I say put it off the front iron, foul your shot, and tie the game. Missed it. There's the putback, and we're tied. What did I tell you? Except for we're going to overtime again. My promise has been broken, but that was a fun way to finish
Who
it.
made the bucket?
It was Abigail Mooney.
That's
Who
what I
else?
thought.
The freshman ties this game at 37. We'll have overtime for you again when we come back on KJFM.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Off the miss by Plackmeyer, Abigail Mooney puts it in as time expires, and we're tied at 37.
That never works. It did tonight.
Yes, it did.
Usually the rebound's something that comes out. The rebound went off to the left side, and Mooney looped around the block out.
Yep.
And caught it right underneath the basket, and nobody even touched her.
Nope. Thank goodness for Elsberry that no one touched her, because if there would have been a free throw with no time on the clock, I think Mooney would have made it.
Do we get paid overtime when it's overtime?
I'm going to put in my slip for it. 37-37, couple of OT games here in the old Clopton gym to start this tournament. We definitely drew the right ball games tonight. Rebound, or the tip-off, I don't think Silex was ready for it, and then it ended up giving them the win on the tip.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Here's a three from Gradicke, way long, and the rebound pulled down by Elsberry. Back up the floor with it off the rebound is Kinsler. She puts on the brakes, hands it off for Kelsey Plaster. Plaster heads between the circles, now back to the near side. And a little trouble there as Kinsler had it go off her hands, rolled up her arm, over her head, and up on the stage.
And then she didn't try and go after it.
Well, she had no idea where it was. On top of her head.
There's been some bizarre stuff in this game.
Here's Mooney off the turnover. Turns it back over. Steal by Abby Jenkins on a bad pass. And Mooney going to pick up a personal. That's her third.
And to the line will go Abby Jenkins for a couple of free throws.
37 all here with 3:21 to go in overtime. Heck, let's play two. Shot's good. And Elsberry back ahead. Jenkins. First point of OT.
Maddie Hall checks back into the game for the Lady Owls.
Looking for point number 5. She's short on the free throw. Stays at 1 point. Elsberry advantage. Gradicke the rebound. Plackmeyer the ball. Gives it back to Julia. Pass tipped and taken. Boy, Elsberry's defense has just gotten better and better as the game has gone on.
Yeah, Silex is caught up in turnovers if they haven't passed Elsberry, actually.
With it is Kinsler. Having a little trouble. Here comes Mooney from behind. Knocks it out of bounds. To the former Elsberry Indian, Gabriel. That is about as relaxed as a basketball player can look during the season, isn't it?
Yeah, Gradicke will check out. Tori Mudd back in for the Owls.
And they're going to have a foul on Mudd. That's her fourth.
And that'll send Plaster to the line with a two-shot opportunity.
38-37, Elsberry leads. High arcing free throw is good.
Kelsey hit 3 threes in the second half to get Elsberry back into the game and actually take a lead.
Second shot rattles down, 40-37. So back to a 3-point lead for Elsberry with 2:50 to play in overtime. Silex needs some points. Bounce pass near side for Sarah Gradicke. Gradicke back for Mooney. Mooney backs up. 2:35 to go. Here's Mudd. And that pass tipped and goes out of bounds. Almost another steal for Elsberry. With 2.5 to play. Silex just can't get things going here offensively because of that Elsberry defense. Here's Mudd back to Mooney. Abigail, bounce pass, tipped out of bounds again. Jenkins
trying to get it in the corner to Plackmeyer for a look.
Mudd gets it to Plackmeyer. Lob pass to Sarah Gradicke through her, and now Mudd is fouled and will head to the line. Tori Mudd fouled in the act, and the foul whistled against Mackenzie Gladney, her third. Excuse me, fourth.
Mudd will get 2 shots.
And the first one is good. 2-point game. All the scoring here in OT has been from the free throw line. Second shot. That one's no good, and the rebound pulled down by the girl who committed the foul, Mackenzie Gladney, gets it to Flasterer. To the near side for Jenkins. Through a double team. Hands it off. Now kick it near side. Again for Gladney, and now back up top again. Almost a steal away from Plasterer. Now the pass rejected. Goes to the floor. What are we going to have? No. They didn't call the travel as she almost did a full flip, and now the ball almost stolen back. Mudd lost control, and a foul committed as the loose ball was picked up by Elsberry. Silex trying to beat Elsberry's defense back up the floor, and got it going a little too fast for their own good.
Yeah, we reverted back to the first half there for a second.
That'll send Abby Jenkins to the line. She's 1 of 2 from that spot in overtime. 2 of 4 in the game, and that's one does drop through. It's back to a 3-point advantage for the Elsberry Lady Indians.
Crawls over the front of that loose rim, right?
Elsberry pulls everyone off the blocks. Second shot, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Maddie Hall. Hall through Plackmeyer. Now Plackmeyer gets it back. Lexi, good move. Kicks it to Mudd coming out of the corner. Now for Lexi Plackmeyer. Turnaround 3. That's off the mark. Ill-advised. And the rebound pulled down by the Lady Indians. Minute 21 to go. Elsberry should just go into clock mode. Yep, they go for the shot instead and do find a viable option down there in Mackenzie Gladney to make it a 5-point lead again.
All alone underneath that time.
Silex all the pressure out high. Here's Mooney with it. Bounce pass taken. A timeout taken after a nice little quarterback slide there across the line by Kylie Kinsler. 53.5 seconds or 53.6 seconds to go in overtime. Elsberry doing all the scoring in OT, leading 38 over Silex on Eagle 102.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Well, I don't think we're going to have 5 overtimes tonight. But we're in OT number 1. Elsberry leading Silex by 5, 43-38.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, if you don't have 5, you're going to have 6, right? Now a foul going to be whistled against Taylor Howard.
Going to go to the foul approach, huh?
51.4 seconds to go. Second on Howard.
Plaster probably not the player to foul, though.
Missed the first.
It is this time, isn't it?
That makes her 3 of 5 from the line, and the second shot is good. Drop that straight through. And it's a 6-point lead for Elsberry.
Actually, that's the biggest lead of the night for Elsberry.
Here's Hall. Her shot no good. And on the rebound, or another reach in. I think that's going to go on Gradicke. And that is Sarah's 4th.
Jenkins back to the free throw line, I believe.
Yeah, everybody meeting with Coach Coke Dow, except for the shooter who makes the shot. Jenkins has been really good on the first free throw. The second one's been hit it that time. First time she's hit both on a trip to the line tonight. 40.5 seconds to go. It's an 8-point lead. Elsberry ahead of Silex. Here's Plackmeyer. Lost control, and now will foul Peyton Robinson. We'll shoot a pair again for Elsberry. I think if she makes these, you call off the dogs, right?
Well, yeah. It's not very likely you're going to come back from 8 down fouling with 30 seconds.
Miss the first, especially when you have not been able to do anything offensively in overtime. Second shot, no. Rebound pulled down by Mooney. Great effort tonight for Silex, and a carry of the ball. Another turnover gives it back to the Lady Indians, who will spend as much time as they can probably in the backcourt. Yep. Go with the pass to the front court. Easy bucket for Robinson. And this game is all but over. Clock running down to 15 seconds. 48-38 in overtime. And Plackmeyer lost control. Back to Elsberry, who have completely shut things down here in overtime.
That they have. Only 2 points for the, 1 point, I should say, for the Owls in overtime. Silex can call the Dogs off with 11.3. They're still up pressing, but you just let the ball come in bounds and let this game end.
And they will let her across the line down to 5 seconds, and Elsberry wins this ball game by a final 48-38 in overtime. They'll move on to take on the Monroe City Lady Panthers, the #1 team in the state, let alone this tournament, coming up on Wednesday. They do the wave back and forth. Our new answer to the handshake line here in COVID times. We'll be back with the postgame show for you after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
That Elsberry defense just too good in overtime, and they beat Silex 48-38. Silex forced overtime. They were trailing by, what, 5? 4. They were trailing by 4 with about 6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Took it up the floor. They hit a runner, did Lexi Plackmeyer. She was fouled. Missed the free throw right into the hands of Abigail Mooney, who hit the shot as time expired from about 2 foot out and forced overtime. But in overtime, Silex held to just 1 of 2 shooting free throws. So just 1 point in the ball game, and Elsberry, they got a lot of free throw opportunities. They were around 50%, but
29 to be exact. Elsberry shot 18 for 29. Silex 5 for 16.
Yeah. But in the overtime, they hit enough of them to stretch us to a 10-point lead. And like I said, that the defense was just completely debilitating to Silex. And I think maybe they were a little overhyped, maybe, and felt a little too much pressure too early in overtime, and allowed Elsberry to get a couple of takeaways and turnovers and back the other way for points.
Yeah, they just turned the ball over 17 times in the second half in overtime for Silex. that's just too much. That's a game's worth of turnovers in the second half and overtime. And of course, we always talk about free throws. You got to get to the line for one, and Silex shot a lot of stuff from the outside. And when you're shooting from the outside, you don't get to the line. And Elsberry got there 29 times, and Silex only 16. And that's basically the difference in the ballgame.
We talked about Mooney for Silex. How about Kelsey Plaster for Elsberry? When she switched off from the point guard to the shooting guard, really exploded offensively. 3 threes in the second half, 2 of those in the third quarter. Finishes the game as the game's leading scorer with 15 points. But she's a good presence, whether she's doing the majority of the ball handling or doing the shooting for the Elsberry Indians.
Well, she had problems taking care of the basketball in the first half and did a much better job in the second half. She did play some at the point guard later in the game. You want to maybe have that upperclassman handling the ball for you, or the junior, as opposed to Dow, the sophomore, under the pressure situation. But you're right, when they moved her to the wing and did a little inside-out stuff, that got her freed up and untracked. She had a number of other shots that were online, just didn't go.
So our final in overtime, Elsberry over Silex, 48-38. We'll take a look at our final scoring numbers, and we'll set the bracket for the next couple days as we continue in our coverage of the 25th Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
48-38, our final in overtime, Elsberry over Silex, and our final scoring numbers. First for the Lady Owls, a point for Rita Thurman, who fouled out there in the late, I guess it was early fourth quarter, wasn't it? Or late third quarter? Anyway, 2 points for Tori Mudd, 2 points for Maddie Hall, 3 points for Juliet Gradicke, 8 points for Abigail Mooney, freshman was good, 11 for Lexi Plackmeyer, 11 for Sarah Gradicke in this ball game as Silex falls by 10. For Elsberry, pair of points for Candace Dow, 7 each for Kylie Kinsler and Abby Jenkins, 6 points for Mackenzie Gladney, 11-point night for Peyton Robinson, 15 for Kelsey Plaster. She's the game's top scorer as Elsberry wins this one in overtime by 10 over the Silex Lady Owls. So that sets up a bracket that looks like this for Wednesday with Monroe City's 81-13 win over Louisiana. They'll take on Elsberry in the early game from the new gym. Championship semifinal, number 1 seed Monroe City, number 4 seed Elsberry. Clopton, by way of a 59-27 win over Wright City, goes into the championship semis to face Winfield, who won in overtime here in the old gym, 55-33 over Mark Twain in the upset of the tournament so far. So 2 against 6, Clopton against Winfield, 7 o'clock on Wednesday. The consolation semis also set. Louisiana and Silex will do battle at 5:30 on Wednesday here in the old gym, and Wright City and Mark Twain will have the late game here to decide who goes to that consolation championship. Tomorrow night, boys opening round action from the tournament as here in the old gym, it'll be the 5:30 game between number 2 seed Winfield, number 7 seed Elsberry, and then the 4-5 matchup between Louisiana and Wright City. The new gym, the Dale Miller Gymnasium, number 1 seed Monroe City takes on number 8 seed Silex, and then the late game is number 3 seed Clopton against number 6 seed Mark Twain. Fun times here in the old gym to start the tournament.
Competitive games. Maybe not the most skilled basketball we've ever seen, but that's not what determines a good tournament or not. It's how competitive is it. And, man, this was as competitive as you asked for.
Fun night. Couple of overtime games here. Couple of blowouts in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. As that's the difference between the top of the bracket and the middle of the bracket games for sure. As Monroe City and Clopton took care of their bottom of the bracket opponents, and these two middle games, the 3-6 and the 4-5, boy, they were good. Overtime for both. So now we turn the tournament to the boys. We'll be on the air 5:15 tomorrow, and of course all the games right here on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. Good first night for Jim Ross. Mark Froenig saying good night from the 25th Annual Clopton Invitational here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.